Real quick, can everybody hear the music in Roll 20?
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
I can
Yes, but there's also music playing in Discord.
Oh yeah, you just gotta, it's just sounds of birds and stuff. I think. I don't know. I can't hear it in my headphones.
I'm gonna need to change my settings because that is gonna eventually.
Okay, so in the city of El Nire, a city just off the coast of the ocean, inside a crater created long ago by a falling space rock, lives a great populace of different once refugees, now citizens. Many job opportunities await those who seek them, but beware, criminals lurk around every corner. Business rarely mixes well with pleasure, and the bank is law. The stone streets are always bustling with the chatter and merchants trying to sell their wares, adventurers stopping through or seeking travel overseas, or even just the townsfolk. The waterfall at the northern part of the town spills a river that flows through connecting to the ocean. The smell of fresh fish and salt water breezes through the southern parts of the town with the sound of birds chirping overheard. Sail ships full of rough-looking sailors of all races fill the busy docks as they unload their cargo into wagons and boxes to be shipped off or sold to local merchants. Your hunger and thirst can be put to rest by the tavern. Your boredom can be squashed by the theater. You can gear up for a long adventure or rest your head and tell the tale of your own. But for now, we'll start with an air genasi, new to the city and eager to start a new life. What challenges await our fair maiden? Only time will tell. All right, so this is El Nire. Let me pull up where I put everything. So
You gotta hit the tab and drag the player's tab over the map.
Right. I said all of that without dragging you guys over. So there's where you guys were starting when I read all that like an idiot. That's what it looked like. I promise. All right, and then this is the city of El Nire.
Dope. I like this map.
So we'll come back to this because I have to point at a few things, but a really key point here that I want to go over at the moment is that you'll notice that there's a couple numbers that are the same. Like there's an 11 right here and there's an 11 over here. So we'll go over that. But right now, all you need to know is that this 11 is the bank.
Goddamn dyslexic fucking cartographers.
I'll be honest, this map looks familiar.
Oh yeah, so only some things I actually made. Other things I stole. We'll just go with that. Yeah. So here's something that I made. Let me bring you over because this is where we're going to start anyway. There we go.
I like it. This is the bank?
This is the bank. Let me find you. Put you down.
The old shaft and balls.
They certainly feel special.
Make sure that you can move your token for me, Jewel. Awesome. So, as you'll see, this is the entrance to the bank that you are not currently looking to go into right now. As far as, being here and wanting to look into maybe owning your own business so that you can, start the new life. Every job posting, every missing cat, have you seen my dog article bullcrap is on this billboard right here.
Great. Well, let's go take a look.
All right. So real quick for me, before I tell you what's on the billboard, can you go ahead and describe your character for me while you're walking down to it?
Yes. Yeah, I should probably do that, shouldn't I? Right. So I am a water genasi, and I think you may have said air genasi earlier.
Sorry.
That's okay. So I am I'm an air genasi named Ecthilion. And as an air genasi, or I'm sorry, see now I'm doing it. As a water genasi, there's something about me that just always seems wet. Like I've got almost dew on my skin. It glistens as if there were beads of water on my face. My hair is pulled upwards on my head, and like in a messy, tousled way. And there's a few strands hanging down that kind of float freely, almost like I were underwater. My eyes are a deep gray, and I have a long white dress with leather over top on the chest, and like a leather fabric hanging around my waist. I'm about 5'11", look young. My skin is teal with silver markings. My hair like a deep sea green. And I seem to have this air about me like I just standing up extra tall, head held very, very high. Even though I've never been here before, it seems like I'm not really concerned about anyone who may be walking around me.
Alrighty. So as you get to the billboard, you're going to take a look, and the first two things that you spot on the posts that are there that stand out to you immediately is going to be one that shows that a medium-sized tavern is for sale by a man named Pabin Riz, and a plot of land that states to see the bank's clerk, Hogazia. Which one do you want to go to first?
You say that again? There's what now?
There is a medium-sized tavern for sale by the owner, whose name is Pabin Riz, and a plot of land that states to see the bank's clerk, Hoko Azia.
Well, all good stories start in a tavern, so let's go see the tavern.
Alrighty. Just a second here to move everybody. So as you approach the tavern, this is, let me get you, the outside of the tavern that you see as you're walking up to it. You'll notice there's two spots. One side is used mostly for the storage, where the bottom portion is for storage, but the top portion is, part of an extension of going towards where rooms would be. Whereas the other side, the bottom level houses the horses, and the top level houses a lot of the kitchen and everything. With that being said, let me pull this up. As you enter the tavern, you see that there is a woman standing here. She seems to be very bored. The tavern, you'll notice, is empty. Very quiet, apart from the 5 children that all look to be about the same age, jumping all over the furniture that you see in the main area. Let me pull you over. Now, there's no squares for this one, but it's still locked onto him, so.
Small ones. Dirty place. Excuse me. Are you the owner?
I'm the owner's wife. My name is Jana. Are you here about the post for sale?
I think so. It's not quite what I was expecting. Can you tell me a little bit about what you are hoping to sell for?
Well, as I said, my husband is the one who is the owner. Let me go ahead and take you down to him so that you guys can have a conversation about that. His office is in the cellar. And so
Yes.
she'll drag you, well, not drag you, of course, but lead you over to this door over here. And the cellar is located here. Once you enter into the kitchen, you'll notice that there is an orc that is in the kitchen cooking up some very good smelling food compared to what the rest of this place looks like. It looks like the food would definitely be more of the selling point of this place, but there's food everywhere because it's not leaving the kitchen.
Point.
Let me do this. Give me a second. So she is gonna pull you down towards the cellar, and you're gonna enter into the office where Pabin is, and she walks out and closes the door behind her. You see Pabin sitting there scribbling in a book. He looks very, very busy, very focused on what he's doing.
Yes, excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am. How may I help you?
You're the owner of this this place?
Yes, I'm the owner of the tavern. I'm quite busy. Do you need something?
Well, I'm not sure. There was a posting that it was for sale.
What was for sale?
This place, this tavern, if that's what you call it.
Your pardon. Where did you hear such crazy news?
There was
You said there was a post?
there was a posting outside the bank.
Blasphemy! Jenna!
Pabin, you're selling this place, and that's final. She barges into the room, and the 5 quintuplets that they have together are screaming behind her at each other.
I told you to not let them in this office.
She'll close the door behind her. Pabin, we're selling this place, and that's final. You need to be helping with the quintuplets.
I'm doing the best I can. I'm down here filling out our paperwork, paying our bills, doing...
Filling out what paperwork? We haven't had customers in a year!
What?
Anna will completely disregard Pabin at this point and looks directly at you. And she goes, we'll sell it to you for 1,000 gold, 1,600 if you want all the furnishings.
1,600!
Shut up, Pabin!
I definitely don't want the furnishings. 1,000 gold. This really isn't what I had pictured. May I see the upstairs?
Of course. Do you mean... Let me pause. Do you mean the upstairs, like the rooms, or do you mean the upstairs, like where you just came from?
I mean the upstairs, like the rooms.
Okay. We're gonna pretend. Because I wasn't expecting that.
His face is in his hands. His forehead's down on his desk, and he dropped his pen. He's just, what do I do?
Jana is going to take you over to the other half of the tavern that doesn't exist in this picture. And show you the rooms that are actually in the picture, though. Looking at the rooms, they're incredibly dusty. Between dealing with Pabin not helping with the quintuplets and not helping at all upstairs, they've had to let go a lot of their employees. The only reason why they're keeping the cook around is because neither one of them can cook as well as him. So in the unlikely event that they do get any kind of guests, they want to make sure that they have at least one good thing going for them. So the rooms are incredibly dusty. The rugs in some of them look to be very dirty. The beds are not the best well kept, meaning that pretend you asked your child at their current age to make their bed. And that is what it looks like. Because the kids have been using them as playgrounds. Apart from that, there are a lot of chips and dings in the bedpost itself, as well as the chests that sit in there. The candles are basically completely burnt out. It is definitely a fixer-upper.
So kind, such a lovely. You have. I appreciate your time. I think I must go. It is clear you and your husband have much to discuss, and I do not wish to stand in the middle of that. I believe I need to keep looking, and I'll be on my way. But thank you so much.
Of course. If you change your mind, Pabin is a fool. We've been bleeding out more than that every single month. So please come back and see me if you change your mind.
Yes, that won't happen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I like this character, Jewel. I just gotta say, I'm loving the sass right now. This is fucking fantastic.
It's amazing.
I can't say that feeling will be reciprocated. She doesn't like anyone, but thank you very much as well.
So with your quick exit, the next place that you have knowledge of would in fact be the clerk at the bank about the plot of land. Now, it was posted as far as where the plot of land was located, if you would prefer to go and see it before speaking to her, or you can go and speak to her first.
I think I'll just go to speak to her.
Okay. So, yes, Zam is the clerk. With that being said, I'm going to drag you over here. She does not have a fancy office in this picture. I couldn't find one. I tried. But this is Hokazia. You travel back to the bank, you walk up the long flight of stairs, and in the office, there is an immaculate display of different things. In fact, let me actually drag you over here for a second. When you're walking through to go and see her, this is the kind of stuff that you see in the bank itself. Over here is the doors that actually lead to the clerk, but everything that you see in this area is the entryway, essentially, to her desk. Once you get up to her, you see that she is a very short, very, very old-looking goblin, who you're a little amazed at the fact that she's able to read the documents that are in front of her because of how old her eyes appear.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir, did you just... My name is Hokoiza.
My
Did you just call me sir?
apologies. I honest mistake. Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. I'm looking for someone selling a piece of property. Could you go fetch someone to speak to me about that, please?
Can I fetch? Do you know who you need to see? Are you here to see me? What? How are you dripping on the floor here? What's happening? Why?
Oh, that's just my nature. It'll evaporate soon. I promise. As soon as I, walk away, you'll be fine. I don't damage things. That kind of person. Yes, I'm. Are you trying to tell me that you're the one that I'm supposed to be speaking to about this? You're the businessman here?
Well, you do need to speak to me first, but there's somebody else you'll need to speak to. Well, you said you were asking about a plot of land for sale?
Yes. Well, I mean, to be quite honest, I'm not sure that I want to build, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of options that are available posted outside this bank. Is it? I'm not really sure what else there could be. This is it looks like my only option.
You sure now there's a tavern for sale? It's a beaut. You sure you're not interested in that?
I did see. The owner isn't quite sure about that, and it's not for me. It's not for me. I appreciate that. Yes, not for me. About this land.
I can give you some information about it, but are you sure you can afford? You don't look like you have a coin purse on you. Are you sure? It's 500 gold,
500 for the land. Yes. Thank you for sharing that with me. You're right. Looks clearly must not be everything in this room. Well, I think I still would like the information. This is a bank, is it not? You are looking for business?
Well, we are, but the people that come here and visit, they're paying their bills, and sometimes they can't pay. Can you pay? I don't know. I don't know you. And you're dripping on my rug.
That is true. You do not know me. That is unfortunate, and I can promise you the longer I'm in this town, the more you will be sure to know my name. Everyone in this town will eventually know my name. I think you'll find that I am worth the time to do business with. And I'm going to walk up a little closer to her and just kind of put my arm on her shoulder and attempt charm person.
Oh.
What'd you roll? I can't see it.
She has to make a save against charm person.
Oh. Zam, do you want to type /roll 1d20?
Hold on.
She's charmed.
You do look kind of trustworthy. I could tell you about it. Give you a little more information.
That would be absolutely lovely.
Let me find the paper. Hold it. It's here. Okay. Here it is. The land itself is 500 gold, but there was another business there, and there's still a foundation on the property. It will need to be demolished. It'll need to be cleaned up, and it's another 500 gold. That's a lot of gold. And of course, there's a new business that you'll have to put up, and you'll have to get that going, and that may cost between 10,000 and 55,000, 550, 600. No, well, a lot of gold, depending on what you build. We could help with this loan if you're interested.
That is fascinating. I'm just curious because you seem to be such a well-rounded individual. You must know many things going on about this town. Is there anything else other than the tavern that might be a possibility for the right interested party?
Not right now. There are a lot of people that are just holding on to what they have, because they owe the bank quite a bit of money.
Yes. Well, you will tell me if you hear anything, won't you?
Well, I did tell you about the fabulous tavern.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Thank you so much for that. Is there any other tavern in town other than that specific tavern? One with soap, perhaps?
There's the brothel called the Minx, if you're interested.
That might be more my speed. Could you direct me there?
So Hoko will remember, maybe, she's pretty old. Let me find it. That the brothel is located at. Did I pull everybody over here? I did not. Let me pull you over here. Is located on the northeast side of town in this area right here.
Got it. Well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that information. I think I'm gonna head that way now, but I will definitely be back. Speak with you specifically. I'm just have a feeling I'm going to miss this look you have so much. So I'll be back. Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye. Come
Yes.
back soon.
Oh, I will. I will.
So you head out the door on your way towards the northeast side of town, where she mentioned that the brothel Minx is at. When you get to the brothel, as soon as I find it, you'll know. There we go. You get to the brothel, it's already starting to get kind of late in the day. You started pretty late into the evening trying to get all of this done. The bank here stays open for a very long time because of the dealings that they deal with. And so by the time you make it here, it has started to get dark. But the inside, when you're approaching it, does appear to be very bright. And I'll take you to where the outside of it looks. As soon as it gets unfuzzy, there it goes. You'll see that there are some women that are standing outside of the brothel itself. There is the quote unquote bodyguard that makes sure that anybody that gets a little rough with the girls is standing guard outside just in case he's needed. And then the women also bringing men into the tavern for the business to stay active. Once you get to the inside of it, you'll see that there is a lot. There is a stage in the center of the floor with a pole that sticks out from ceiling to stage floor with a mostly Tabaxian woman dancing along it. And you'll notice there are quite a few different humanoid-like women all around, dressed very sultry-like. Most of them are sitting with other men. However, you will see, I didn't make a token for her, I forgot. But there is a woman that's standing over here that is essentially the greeter, if you will. She is not as pretty as the rest of them, and so she is not the one who typically goes and, greets gentlemen in a more seductive way. She simply provides the drinks for the ladies to go and take to their people, the little waiters and waitresses that are about. In this, the owner also, you'll see that it seems to be a running theme in this place. Typically, the offices of those people do tend to be in an area under the cellar, or in the cellar, rather.
It's definitely cleaner here. Where everyone is.
I'm just going to put Jana right here for temporary purposes.
You said it seems kind of empty, other than.
Oh
the
no,
dance
this
in the
place
park?
is bustling.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And
All
this
right, got
place
it.
is busy as fuck.
Okay.
Use the officer Joy or the nurse Joy of Pokemon for this.
I'm sorry, hello, can I help you? Are you here to work?
Not exactly. I'm looking for business opportunities in town. And at this point, I'm looking for something to drink. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of prospects so far, and I was told that this is a fine establishment I might should pop into.
Oh yeah. If I could definitely get you a drink. What do you have?
Whatever's good and what are the locals like around here?
Oh, gotcha. It's this fancy drink that we just recently started learning about. For some reason, all the men around here call it donkey piss, but the ladies seem to like it. I'll get you one. So she runs over and she just gets a little mug of some imported ale and comes back to you and hands it to you. That'll be 5 silver.
Lovely. Thank you.
Hey, I heard you said you were looking for some opportunities and whatnot. You do look like you're pretty. Like you're very beautiful. You look like the rest of the women in here. Honestly, apart from the tripping, who knows? Maybe the men will like that. I don't suggest maybe getting in the water though. I'm not really sure. I could definitely take you down to the boss and see if she's got something you could do around here.
Yes, take me to your boss.
Alrighty, right this way. So then she'll take you over to the cellar. And then she will pull you over to the owner of the brothel, and then she'll go right back upstairs and continue doing her work. Now, downstairs in the office with the cellar, there is a window that looks out into the trees that are behind the building. And the owner down there, her name is Curious Godtree, or Tree God, and she is a very beautiful, half tabaxi, half human woman that dresses in a lot of fall colors.
Yes, hello. Do you own this place?
I do own this place. Is there something that I can help you with?
Yes, well, I'm looking for business opportunities. I'm looking for partners, really. Trying to start something new in this town. And well, you seem like you may have a good head on your shoulders, and I was wondering if you might have any ideas of open ventures.
I see. Well, she smirks a little bit while she looks down at her papers. She does on her desk have a very well stacked amount of money sitting there. And then she looks back up at you. She says, "Well, I don't need any partners. I'm doing quite well on my own. And as you can see, business is booming. Uh, but you might have better luck over at the theater. I believe that Mergrim has been trying to get rid of that place for quite a while. He's getting on in age, and I think that he's ready to let it go."
Theater? Really?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of area of town is this in?
So with the theater, I wish I had more than one monitor. Give me just a second here. The theater is at, where is it? She ponders a moment, trying to remember. Ah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull you guys over
That's
here.
where all the
Real
dressed women go.
She tells you that it is in the south west portion over by the docks. On the map, you'll see that it's number 15.
No, I truly, truly appreciate that. I have a feeling that me and you will be seeing each other again soon. I do think that I'll check that out. Thank you.
Absolutely. I wish you good luck in your venture.
You as well.
So you start heading off towards that way, and you make it to the theater. By now, because of how far you had to travel and with how late it was already in the evening, you make it to the theater, and it's quite dark. However, there are lights lit up, so it appears that somebody is there. On the outside, you'll notice that there does appear to be a little area where boats will sometimes come to for whatever reason you are unsure. The theater itself, while it does have some TLC needed in the way of maybe getting some of the overgrown vines pulled down, you do notice that it also happens to have a bridge for whatever reason that leads to the building next to it. And when you walk inside, where did I put him? Oh God, I didn't. Give me a second. We will put you here. And I will just post his picture in the chat like I mentioned I would do earlier. For now, he will be over here. Give me a second. Let me put his picture in the chat.
This is much more promising. Definitely more high class. Wouldn't have to build anything. Plus.
So I've posted the picture of what Mergrim looks like in the group chat just so everybody has that. Pretend he's not wearing armor. But other than that, everything else is accurate. Dude's pretty fucking old. Right, we'll put you down. When you walk in, while the bridge also looks like it could use some TLC, for the most part, the building looks incredibly steady. And when you enter in, you see that there is a hallway that has 2 doors that exit out either way. Currently, they are open, but you can see that typically, if the place was closed, that they're used to keep people out in the event that they somehow make it past the original door. Upon entering into it, you will see that there are chairs, a bunch of them. One of them looks like they were in the process of rearranging, and so there's 2 of them kind of next to each other over here. Further back, you can't see them in this photo, but further back, there's more chairs that are underneath of this. When you look to your right, considering where you're currently standing, when you look to your right, you see that there are stairs that seem to spiral up. And then when you look further up, you see that this up here is more like a VIP seating area where only a select few would normally go to sit. You notice that it is on both sides, and there are chairs everywhere. There's also the main stage that is up here with some kind of old looking royal blue curtains, and then a wall that cuts you off from seeing whatever is on the other side of what may be on the stage to the sides of it.
Yes, this is already much, much better. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, I was just getting. Oh, yes.
Approaching Murgrim, you see that he is a dwarf that is towards the end of their life cycle. He's reaching the max point to it.
Hi, welcome. What brings you by? Pleasure to meet you. I am Mergrim, Short Stitch. What time is it? Yes.
Mergrim. It's very nice to meet you.
Pleasure
Mergrim.
is all mine. You're quite
Yeah.
wet. It's quite all right.
Yes, I've gotten that a lot recently. Yes, I apologize for bothering you so late in the evening. I was informed you may be interested in selling this.
Oh, of course, yes. It's been my place for a very, very long time. Very successful. I mean, I've made all of these chairs myself. I had a couple old orc chaps help me build the stage and some of the back. But what was that? Dude, yes, I am looking forward to selling this place.
Yes, well, I happen to be interested in a new business venture as well, and you know, this place it has potential, and I was interested in knowing about your price.
Oh yes, give me quite a moment. I will check the notes in my pockets. Let me see here. Well, while I'm searching for that, what is your experience with the performing arts, if any?
Yes, I am a performer myself, but I'm looking for something more than a solo opportunity. I'm really wanting to find a place I can call my own. Get a good partner in business and partner in crime, if you will, to help really establish something special, something elegant for the town. From what I can see, that could potentially be lacking, and you know, I think something like this could be good to improve the class among the.
Well, we definitely have elegancy because I used to be quite a performer myself back in the day, but I'm not quite as flexible. Oh, my back! But yes, I guess we could talk about prices if you are indeed interested.
I think I am.
Oh, well, cool. Let me just have a seat. So, perfect. Thank you. Yes. So the place isn't going for how much it used to, and I'm mainly looking just to pass it on to someone who I feel would give it that spark of youth. And it seems like you have plenty to spare. So I'm willing to go for about 8,000 gold or 10,000 gold if you were to keep the furniture.
10,000 gold. Hmm. That's that's a possibility. Let me see what I can come up with. And
Oh, pardon me. I read the rest of my notes here. Let's see. It also comes with the VIP area attached. As you can see, you'll see it. You'll see it. Would you like to see it?
I think I need
Oh,
to
come
see
on,
what I'm.
come with me. You'd love to see it. It is a good,
Oh,
very beautiful area, and if you said previously you're looking for elegancy, this is quite the most elegant place, possibly.
well, I'm very well convinced.
He grabs your hand and he drags you over towards the right side of the building, and it takes you an annoyingly almost amount of time for the poor old
Oh,
chap to
come on,
climb
keep up,
stairs.
keep up.
No, I'm
And then
trying.
he takes you across the bridge to where
Watch your step, my lady.
you see the top floor VIP area. Let me delete Hoko. Here we go.
Oh, go. Never mind.
He drags you over to the other side. Let me find him again. Jesus. Here we go. Right here and right there. So as he drags you inside, he does have the place lit up a little bit. There's candles that are on each of the tables. The fireplace is currently lit. And you do notice that there is a spiral staircase that also leads down that leads you to believe that this is the top floor of whatever this building is.
Ah, yes, this is definitely the VIP area. That wasn't maybe 30 or 40 years ago. Could have been 100. I'm not sure. A
The
great
furniture is
grand.
quite, the furniture is quite worn, mind you.
I
Oh,
have never been more interested than I am in this moment.
oh well, this room will have that effect on people. And
And
it really was quite nice. We've had quite a lot of good adventuring parties come through. Some that have slain a dragon, some that have eventually turned rogue and destroyed towns. But they were well known. Yes.
well, sir, I definitely think that this is something that I see so much potential in. I would love to consider me as someone you'd be willing to sell this place to. I do feel I need to reach out and get a good partner in this city. See if I can find some good hands to help me get this place up and running before I.
Oh, there's plenty of good hands. It's just you have to worry about the rest of them. This people's brains sometimes greed does not make a good person, no.
Oh, of
But
course.
it is getting a little bit late.
It
And
is.
if you would it would be my honor if you would like to sleep here for the night if you would like to.
Oh, how kind. Um, I would be honored, good sir. Um, Before that happens, would you have any idea how I might go about seeking out a partner, looking for people that may be seeking work?
Oh yes, that would what's the word for the background? No, that's not it. It's the billboard. Yes, yes, you can find a billboard.
The billboard, the one by the
Yes,
bank.
that's the one. There's plenty
Mm,
of job posts and people seeking employment because there's always another one or another coming into town. Pardon me, another. There's always people coming into town.
thank you, thank you. I will do that then. I will do that as soon as I possibly can. I appreciate it.
Thank you so kindly. Um, I'm going to with permission, ask you to make an insight check.
Insight check. Okay. Not great. That's a 4.
All right, as you were.
So it is very, very late. Like, you caught him at the point where he was very slowly and tiredly trying to, like, put all the lights out. And at this point, the bank would be closed. So you do have two options. You can either, well, three options technically. You can either go back to the brothel and see if you can maybe catch a bed there with another lady if you'd like. You could take Mergrim up on his offer to stay at the establishment for free, or you could go back to the tavern and actually give them some business.
Will there be anyone in the tavern at this time of night?
The 5 quintuplets that are high on meth.
Oh no, I am so excited about the opportunity here and just visualizing myself. I will stay and just suffer through. And first thing in the morning, we will be going to the billboard.
Okay, so he exits out, talking to himself. He does murmur before he leaves that a place where you can rest would be just down these stairs.
It's just down the stairs. Take a left. You can't miss it. Can't miss it.
Thank you so much. Oh, painful. Oh, anything worth having is worth suffering through.
Sorry, I'm reading chat. So as are you making your way down the stairs? Are you gonna take in the upstairs a little bit more? Okay.
No, I want to go ahead and go to sleep so I can get up and start finding people.
Okay. So you make it to the bottom floor, and you notice that there seems to be quite an awful amount of rooms. Searching through them all, you find that the littler rooms all house single beds. As to the reason why there are so many, you can only fathom that it's because he was talking about VIPs, and maybe there was some special service that they offered at the theater when it came to the VIPs to allow them to not be drinking and horse cart riding. And so there are several just single beds here, but the bigger rooms, they look a little bit like they're either for couples that had gone to the theater for the same reason. You're not quite sure, but there are double beds along with a very nice rug that does not appear in any of the other rooms. And it seems to be that it has some very nice mood lighting in them as well. Before you do go to sleep for the night, you recall how much he said that he was asking for. A place this big would not run cheap, and depending on what the monthly price was that he was paying for it, could have taken a very long time to pay off, and they would not have been able to sell a building like this unless it was paid off. So that does mean that he does own it himself now. With it being 8 to 10,000, it is a little more than you were expecting when you first came into town, and you of course do not have that much on you, and you do know, as you've done research into how to even begin starting your own business, that you would require not one business partner, but a few. I'm just gonna stick you in the bed.
Be muted.
I don't know, is she?
Was.
Oh, my bad. Then do you want me to
No
back
worries.
up whatever you were doing?
Nope. Let's go to sleep so I can go get them partners.
All right, there we go. So she's in the bed. All right, we're gonna cut back to not back,
dwarf.
but forward. The dwarf.
Approaching the middle of the night.
God, that would be hilarious.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so you get back to the bank, and you post your business partner seeking post. Where do you want the meetings for said business partners to occur?
Oh god, we're gonna go back to the frickin' child-infested tavern. Ugh. So many rooms, but they're all empty.
So you make your post. It does state that you are looking for business partners. At this juncture, it would be 6 other people that you would need. And it does state at the bottom that if they are interested to meet you at the tavern at a time of your choosing.
High noon.
High noon. Okay. So with that being posted, you scurry on off and you await people to come to you at the tavern. Here. And then we will put you. Where do you want to go to where you want to go? Okay. So, with that, let me get them all here. There does appear, after, some time, Jana has come over to you and offered you food and drink. Do you partake in any of that?
I have a feeling I'm going to be here a while, so I definitely do. But I ask if she has anything other than donkey piss.
That was the
we have some nice Elnire wine.
We'll give it a try. Thank you.
Okay, so she runs off with your order to go and, give the order in. You'll notice that because it's just her in here, she does try to stay very busy, and she is very busy between the quintuplets and everything. So she only opens the door a little bit instead of going fully in and yells over to the cook. Hold on. My fucking dyslexia kicked in. Where is he at?
One order of cheese toast.
There you go. One order of cheese toast, Gordak. And then
One
goes
order
over
of
to
cheese toast coming up.
goes and makes your drink, and then runs the drink over to you first, and then goes back. And the kids are all bouncing on the beds in the other room. You can hear from the screaming behind you across to a door in a wall. You'll see she scurries off every now and again to go and yell at them, which you can also hear, and she'll scurry back. Gordak, is it ready yet?
Coming right up.
She goes and cleans some stuff.
I'm sorry, what did you want again?
God dang it, Gordak. The cheese and the bread.
Is this it? He holds up bread and milk.
No, Gordak. The cheese is... She runs into the kitchen. She points to the cheese right in front of him.
Oh, that cheese. I mean, you said this was cheese too. To be fair.
Gordak, just put the cheese on the bread and hand it here, please.
Okay. Here you are, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Thank you. And she runs out and over to you and sits
He
down.
starts drinking the milk.
And then she runs back, and then you into the back there talking to Gordak still. So while they're back there and the kids are behind you screaming and yelling in a different room, you start to see that people are starting to file in, which you hope they're there to see you because you haven't seen anybody else for hours. With the first one, I'll go ahead and pull them up. Let me just get some of you guys put down here. Nope, that's you. Nope, I just got that one. This one. Here we go. All right. The first one that files in is a, is it Goliath? Yeah, a Goliath.
I am indeed a Goliath.
Yeah, Eris, if you want to go ahead and describe your character and walk up to her and have a conversation.
You there, Eris? She muted herself.
God, I muted myself.
We can hear you now.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what I wrote down. Alright, so this Goliath is about just like 7 feet tall. Why it's not all written down. Okay. So she's about 7 feet tall, and her skin looks like a brown leaf jade color. She's got long black hair. Most of it is in a form of several braids, and a bit of a ponytail. And she's got some hair hanging a little over her face. She's got markings under her eyes, as typical for Goliaths. She is wearing what looks like some furs and some plain black cloth. She saunters over after bending through the doorway to make sure she doesn't bonk her head. And let's see. She walks over to you and pulls her hair back slightly from her face so that she can see you. As she gets closer, you can see that she has almost glowing green eyes, like a bright jade color, very clear. Boots softly thunk on the ground. She comes over and looks at you up and down. I'm here to see about that job posting. I'm interested. Depends on the place you're offering for. Need someone who's good at brewing beers and other spirits.
That actually could be quite beneficial. Yes, thank you. Please join me. I'm looking for a business partner, really multiple business partners, to start something new in the city. It's going to be a theater, but I think that venture may be able to expand. I see potentially us offering a gentlemen's club, social club type atmosphere that could prove lucrative in the right circles. But part of that will require food and beverage. You have experience in the brewing industry.
Yes, I do. I actually, before I came down from the mountains, I was the brewer for our village's seer. I fairly good at my craft. Before that, I did have a business, but my rival destroyed it. Unfortunately, I will get him back for that. My favorite to make is this very special secret brew from the ancient times. Usually, I made it for the seer. It can be
Did you bring any?
hallucinogenic. Ah, actually, yes. But only if you're okay with getting a little high. How are you with seeing things?
Well, I am looking for something that I can serve to everyone in the establishment. Do you
Oh,
brew
yes.
anything that doesn't get people high?
Let me see. He rustles around her pack. You can hear metal clinking. She has various flasks as samples. Let's see. This one. Right. So, this is a mead. It's not too sweet. Has a bit of spice to it, a little bit of cinnamon. It is great with spicy foods or even non-spicy foods. It does warm up the body. It has some cinnamon in it. Yes. She sniffs the flask. Yes, there is some cherries.
Yes, you
in
could
this
just
as
pour.
well.
Just pour.
All right.
And I hold
It'll,
my glass out.
She pours a small amount in there for tasting.
Eris, go ahead and make a performance check for me so we can see how well you did at making whatever she's about to taste.
Did I put that in this character sheet? So, that's loading very slowly. Performance. I used D&D Beyond. Roll 20's taking too long to load. It will post eventually. Yes. Ooh, nice! It's an 18.
It's actually nicer than I was expecting. With something like this, I definitely could see us being able to work together. I understand you do multiple different types of brews. I don't know that all of them would be suitable for general concessions, but
Oh.
they may prove useful in other areas.
Well, you can, if you want, write down ingredients that you might want to try. I can do some experiments, let you taste them. If you think they're good enough, then I can brew some casks.
Interesting. All right. Yes, I may do that. Let me ask, coming into this partnership, the part of this is the need to secure the building. How much are you willing to front?
Well, imagine I will be able to make at least some amount of coin in the future. Look through my, let's see. She pulls out a little leather sack of coins. They jingle a bit. She pours it out, counts how many coins. They do look a golden color. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 5. 15 gold on me.
Hmm.
At the moment.
All right. Interesting. All right. Well, I do see what you're offering to be beneficial. There are many other people that I will be meeting with today. Is there a place that I might be able to find you?
Yes. So, I've been unfortunately sleeping at the brothel, as it's kind of the easiest to go into at the moment. And apparently I'm good looking enough. Sometimes I
maybe
do
you
make
can-
some brews for the brothel.
Yes. Maybe that can help you raise more than 15 gold. Fantastic. I will look for you there. Next.
Does she do the snapping? Next snapping.
Is there a line forming up? Is that what's going on here?
I just drug you guys all out.
She exit, or can she go to another table?
You can go to another table if you want.
Cillian doesn't care if there's
She's gonna go
anybody
here
standing
and
out
stare
there
at
or
the
not.
kitchen.
She's still saying next.
Okay. Rotrin is the one who approaches and enters the tavern next, looking to see what may come of such a posting at the bank.
All right. Rotrin enters the establishment, visibly, almost uncomfortably armed to the teeth. He carries both his maul and a halberd over one shoulder, somewhat lackadaisically. He has a crossbow and a knife hanging on one of his sides, and he's decked out in full chainmail with a rather thick-looking cloak. Oh, try not to wake the dead with the business. Who's the one who made the posting?
That would be me. And I
All
wave
right,
him over.
I'm coming. My character will flounce over. Rutland Silverstone. Happy to make your were you just tossed in the river, ma'am?
Yes. It's just my nature. Just my nature. I know it apparently is not what people in this area are accustomed to seeing. It's just who I am. So, you're responding to the posting?
Aye.
Yes, so you read then, I'm looking for full partnership. Are you interested in being part owner in a new business venture?
Certainly. Can you give me details of the building?
Well, yes, did you say of the building? Of the building? I'm sorry, I can't
The
understand you.
establishment?
The building, yes, okay. That's what I thought she said. Yes, well, it's a theater. It's a theater over by the docks in town. I'm not sure if you are local, if it's something that you will have seen
Oh, the one
before.
owned by the old codger.
That's the one.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a wonderful place. Made almost mostly of stone. Oh, I believe you and I can be very well acquainted. I'm actually a mason myself. Little crenellations, maybe some murder holes, and you'll have a nice fortified manor out of the place.
Did you just say murder holes?
That is what they are called, correct?
Uh, murder holes.
Holes with
You're-
which to murder, presumably with ranged weapons.
Oh.
I also do stone
What-
decoration.
What type of business are you looking for?
My character shrugs. One that'll take me. One that serves decent drinks. Preferably one with on-site housing.
That can be arranged. Well, I may not be in need of murder holes. However,
Ah, it's a shame.
I don't...
Is the bridge still rickety and made of wood?
It is.
Oh, I can rectify that. We'll replace that with stone. Do you have a preference for lime or marble?
Affordable.
Limestone it is.
I like you, sir.
And I
You
can
know
tolerate
what you
cheap.
want.
By the way, you said partnerships. I'm assuming that's an upfront cost.
There is. The building has yet to be purchased. The goal is, once I'm through with these interviews, to, if not have the coin in hand, have At least a good enough group of people with enough good faith to get a decent loan from the bank.
I believe I could at least secure a letter of credit for 1,500.
Well, that would be most beneficial. Well, I'm very excited to have met you, sir. I have a feeling this will be very mutually beneficial.
Agreed.
Although I may not need murder holes, I do think
Still a shame.
Well, there will be some interesting modifications that we may still need. Maybe some more discreet changes for my thought process to be fully realized. We can discuss further at a future time. But yes, I do see this being very mutually beneficial. Where would I be able to find you?
Well, best beds you can find in this town are at the brothel. You can also find a decent pass for a decent price.
The brothel, yes. Yes, I can see now why you were looking for lodging to be included with this partnership. Fantastic. I know exactly the one, and I think I will see you there.
That sounds lovely. Are you sure I can't interest in you in a meal to secure the friendship?
Are you asking me if I will buy you dinner, sir?
I was asking if you would prefer I'd buy you dinner.
Well, I would not turn down the offer.
Wonderful. My character will go to the establishment owner, or whoever is manning the bar at the time, who I assume is the young lady, and I will essentially go up to her, order some sausage, about half an onion, and you know what? Let's be posh. Let's order some bread and some wine.
Oh, of course, right away. She runs over and Jana makes was it two, sir? Two things of wine?
Aye.
And she makes the 2 glasses of wine. And goes to hand 1 cup to you. With the second cup, it kind of falls over. Oh, goodness, 1 second. And she goes to pour it again, and then scoots over the second one, and then cleans up her little mess. She runs over into the door and yells for Gordak to go ahead and get the food prepared.
As she leaves, I take both flagons into my left hand because my right is occupied. I was like, "Thank you kindly."
Of
And I
course.
start waddling back over to the table.
Sir, I see this is dinner for 2. Were you planning on joining me?
Is that not on the table?
Jana
Yeah.
comes to you guys and places the food down and scurries off.
I like your spirit. I like your gumption. I do have more people that I should be seeing for the posting. Would you be interested in maybe going through these with me?
Sure.
I would love to hear your feedback on who else we should bring into this arrangement. So far, it's just been you and the Goliath at the table over there. You
My
mentioned
character will lean over to look at her, starts waving.
You mentioned you wanted ale, and she makes some that is quite fine.
Oh, I see good things happening in the future.
I thought you might. We do need a few more, so
It's a big building. I can imagine it's expensive.
it is, and there will be lots to do to get it ready.
The next person that approaches is going to be Maxwell.
Hello. You the one put up the job listing?
I am. Who is asking?
My name is Maxwell.
Yes. And
I'd like to know what a little venture would be. You have an idea?
well, I'm looking for business partners to open up a theater and gentlemen's club / social club for the elite, the upper class and political figures of this town. It'll be something that of a caliber I don't think that has yet been seen in this town. I think there's a lot of possibility here, but we definitely need help.
Upper. I don't know that one. Here's your milk, sir.
Thank you.
All
Any
right.
hands yoke of silver?
Oh, look at that. Hey, Jana, I made some money.
That's great, Gordak. That's great. She puts 2 thumbs up.
Maxwell sits down. A club, you say?
Among other things. Primarily a theater, but there is a separate part of the building that would be perfect for a lounge of sorts. A social club, a gentleman's club, for people to congregate, have meetings, discuss things in private. Share secrets, if you will. And I like being able to be around secrets. I think there's a lot of financial possibility in a place such as that. We will need quite a bit of maintenance on the building to get things ready.
Well, I don't know about these secrets, but I am looking for work, and I am looking for partners. How much do you need to get this business going?
Well, the cost of the building is high. Between 8 and 10,000 gold.
That is
With
quite a bit.
Yes. With multiple partners, I am confident that we could get the good faith to secure a loan from the bank.
I could forward a bit, but nothing of the sort you're looking for.
That's what the
What?
bank's for, lad.
What'd you say?
That's what the bank's for, lad.
Yes, but they're gonna... Banks tend to want a little insurance, as you say. If you're confident these partners can get this theater club for you, I'll be happy to join and see how far we can go together.
What kind of work have you done in the past?
Mostly protected some wagons. I'm a bit far from here, this town. But I can protect if you need me to. And I have some know-how.
Bodyguard, bouncer, that type of work.
Easily for me, among others.
Until we're ready for that point, are you good with your hands? Carpentry, masonry, general maintenance?
Let's see what I have here. I can pull a wagon burden most.
That'll do.
I raise my hand to shake her hand.
Where are you staying currently?
Did she leave me hanging?
No, I shake his hand.
Where'll I be staying? I guess I'll be staying here for now. Seems like a decent place, besides all the screaming children.
Something falls and smashes and breaks.
Oh, that sounded expensive.
Maxwell smirks. I'll get myself... Do we need rooms today, or are we going to the bank most haste?
I'm not sure what time of day it is currently.
Noon.
Noon? It's still noon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, if we can get through these interviews and it's not, the bank isn't closed, then yeah, absolutely.
Then I wait on getting a room. We just get a meal for myself as you go through your other interviews. I believe I saw 2 others outside.
Wonderful. You're not of a tender disposition. Clearly, you're willing to stay here. So, and that can be helpful.
Mhm.
Charles will go ahead and start to enter as well. Maybe.
What?
It's your turn.
Okay, I didn't hear a name. So.
Oh, Charles, my bad.
Okay,
My
you're
brand.
good. My brand. So, in comes the next fella. If he'll actually let me drag my fucking character icon. Now, Charles enters in, and the very first thing about him is he is a striking individual. If you had to rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, he's at least a 9. That's the type of fella that walks in. He's got a confidence to him. The kind of thing that says he can get you a deal anywhere. He can sweet talk the boots off of somebody who really doesn't like taking off their boots. He's got that general air to him. And then you see the limp. He walks in using his quarterstaff as almost a bit of a... How do I put this? Almost like a stick to lean... Like a walking stick, I guess would be the best way to put it. It's all in the right leg from what you can see, and it also explains why it took him a little while to arrive. But he walks in, takes a quick look around, and he just kind of scans the room, and eyes are instantly drawn to the back corner. And he has this kind of strut he's worked on. And with almost a... How do I put this? Yeah, we'll go and describe how his build is first before he starts walking over. He's a 5'9" human male. Brown hair, very well kept, medium length. He's kind of an average build. Might suggest him being an adventurer or at one point doing some more physical work, but it seems like it may have been a little bit of time since that. But he's definitely on the kind of the lean, muscular-ish build. He's got some just regular, comfortable commoner's clothes on. Or technically not commoners, but you get where I'm going with that. He doesn't really have much else on him at the moment other than his little coin purse. He has a dagger and a little pouch of other things on the other side of his belt. And his eyes also have this peculiar gleam to them. But once he looks over, he kind of looks over the room. There's a certain vibe that he gets from particularly the 2 in the back room in the corner. And he just kind of assumes that's where he needs to go. And he's got that confidence to back it up. Just take him a second to get over there, though. So, I don't suppose you're the last who's been looking for some business partners.
Potentially. Who's asking?
Just a fellow who's looking to use his natural talents to do something now that his previous line of work is off the table.
Natural talents, you say? What are these talents?
Well, the very first thing is, and as he's talking, he's going to reach into his pouch and he pulls out a little cigar box, pulls one out, puts the cigar in his mouth. With just a simple word and like pointing his finger up, kind of like making the shape of like a gun in his hand. Light. And a little flame comes out of his finger from prestidigitation, turning it up. I've got a bit of a natural magical talent. Still working on seeing just how far it goes, but I'm certain you've heard how we types are. Born with the gifts, they keep going. It's a wonderful thing.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to do shape water and take some of the water that is in a glass on the table, which I'm assuming is on the glass on the table because I don't know, I'm just assuming that. And have it like form this ball to go up and put out his light and say, I'm quite familiar with magical types.
My character will lean over. He's like, "Oh, that's new."
Let's see here.
And I'm gonna
Real
look.
quick, Could
I'm
I do
gonna-
sleight of hand just to see if you could like kind of swish the cigar out of the way so the water ball doesn't put it out? Cool.
DM.
Sorry, I
He's
was
typing as well.
typing.
It's all good.
Say it one more time.
Just to make sure Siddharth doesn't get put out, can you do like a little sleight of hand check to kind of swirl it out of the way?
It has a spell save.
Yeah, there
Oh,
is a
is it a
spell
spell
save
save?
if you want. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of save? Is it just a dex then?
Looks like, let's see. Freezes water. Look it up.
I'm trying to pull it up as well.
It would probably go the other
it's her
way.
spell-
Since
it's her
she's doing
DC.
shape water, it would be more of an attack from her.
It would also be
Not-
her save. Well, it says 14. Charisma, I would assume. But let me.
Oh,
I don't see
okay.
anything.
We'll take it.
I don't see anything on mine that says it needs a save.
Could just be a deck save. Improv.
Yeah, no, your thing says that there's a spell save. It might just be how you put it in there.
That is possible.
Shape
Well-
water is not an attack.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Just
Yeah, no,
weird
that's
that
what I
it's
was
lists
saying.
a fucking save. It has no save listed.
Yeah,
I
it
mean, based
doesn't.
on
It
this
doesn't say that
roll,
there's
I'm
any
good.
kind of save. I'm willing to let the. Let's see what to do. Let me scroll down.
In reality,
um,
she would be trying to attack the cigar.
Yes. The cigar has to roll a saving throw.
Save for
No,
tobacco.
she would have to roll an attack roll against the guy.
We'll just do it this way. Roll a d20
Well,
for me.
it's a cantrip, right?
It
Yes.
is.
You want me to roll a d20? Is that what you said?
Yeah, just roll a d20 to see how good your aim is.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. Charles, that's your name. What's your? Yeah, you rolled a
what am I
21.
rolling?
Yeah, you rolled a 21. I'm gonna say that you're just. What are you trying to put out? What light?
A
Cigar.
Oh, his
He lit
cigar.
the cigar with his freaking gun finger.
His gun finger.
Cocky sumbitch.
I'm gonna say that because he rolled a 21 because of the confusion with the save DC and all that, that you just barely missed the cigarette.
He kind of flicks it off to the side for a second and like brings it back after that little water ball's out of the way. Please don't do that, darling. These were a bit expensive.
He's got all the spryness of a man with only one leg can have. I like him already. Welcome aboard, human.
Thank you, Seth. Thank you. But I do got to talk a little bit about my other set of natural talents. Now, when it comes down to business, there's a lot of times you're going to need to spend some money or you're going to need to talk to people. You're going to need to make connections. That is where I come in. A friend of all friends, one might say. I tend to make connections. I connect with people. You may
Isn't that what
see
the
need
brothel's
to
for?
raise more money for something. I'm the one who gets them to lower the prices.
Really?
I just have a way with words, man.
I've met many of your type before. And I'm just gonna look over at. Boone, what's your character's name again?
Rotrin Silverstone.
Rotrin?
Mm-hmm.
Rotrin. Is that right?
Aye.
Okay. So I'm going to look over at Rotrin and just say, I'll leave this up to you.
My character shrugs, downs the other half of his wine. What specifically?
You seem to be quite taken with him. Do you think we can use his talents?
Oh, aye. I've always known that having a good bullshitter's on hand is pretty handy. Especially when they're working for you.
I like your style.
Bullshitter. Yes, well, he does smell. Okay. That's quite well.
You hear Janice screaming through the wall at the kids. By all the gods, if you children don't knock this blasphemy off, I'm gonna push you down the stairs myself!
I think the smell's not coming from me, man.
He makes a compelling argument.
Yes, this place isn't quite the cleanest of establishments. That's true. But it was one of the most open.
Well, as long as the kids aren't allowed near the good sausage. My character takes out his dirk and then starts digging in.
If we can get this place, we can truly build something like I think we can. This will not be a problem anymore. There will be a place for people to conduct business that is appropriate to their ventures.
Visionary. I like it.
Well, to build things, we're gonna need lots of stone. What'd you say your name was? Yumi?
Yeah, Alon. Charles.
Charles, right. Rotrin Silverstone. At your service. You ever negotiated with the stonemasons right here? Or any of the quarry workers?
I've probably helped on behalf of an old party member or two, but it's been a little while.
Lovely. Well, you're likely to be talking to them soon.
Sounds like a venture. Good to be back in the saddle.
Till then, I'd recommend you settle in and get something to eat before the kids have the paws on it.
Good recommendation, pal. Good recommendation. And off Charles will trot, looking for an open seat.
About that time, a Darkford tabaxi will walk in.
I couldn't have timed this better if I tried.
You look around. You see a tabaxi. He looks around. He looks at the bar. You see the tabaxi go behind the bar, grab a mug, make himself an L. Walks back around, starts looking around. Sees you two in the back and heads your way. He's about 6'9", blue-gray furred, yellow-eyed, wearing blackened studded leather. Has a rapier at his side. You see at least one dagger poking out of a boot.
The character waves his empty flag at him. Why don't you a tall drink of ale there, Catman?
Aye, matey, that I can be. I hear tell somebody looking for assistance. Would that be one of you two?
I'm sorry, I can't take anything seriously with Ghostbusters playing.
You're so welcome.
I really can't.
My character, like, mouthful of sausage, will point the dirk with, like, half of a sausage on it in the Genasi's down direction.
My lord. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to mute it. I
Just
can't.
mute it. I can't figure out why it's not switching.
Did you
I'm
get
sorry.
it muted?
Yes. What did you just say?
Lassie, I hear tell that somebody is looking for assistance, and your friend here pointed at you. The Waterborn.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for. Thank you for actually just knowing that and not commenting on my wet appearance.
When you ply your trade on the seas, you meet all kinds.
You're from the sea.
Yes. I'll be
Really?
back there one day. But
Please tell me, how you are a seafaring man.
I played my trade on the seas. I had my own ship. Up until the time I was double-crossed by another captain.
May I ask this captain's name?
Samson One Fist.
Samson One Fist.
Yes.
Hmm.
A true bastard he is. We had just pulled off a nice heist, and then he attacks me. We lost the ship and most of my hands. I floated to shore on a spar, but I'll get him back in the end.
What ship was this?
The Black Cat, of course.
Hmm. I have a history of the sea myself. Can't say that I am too familiar with the captain of which you speak, but I do know that the treachery and disloyalty that can come from that line of work. I apologize for your loss, my friend.
Crews can be replaced. The ship I will cut him for.
What kind of work are you looking for?
One that brings profits.
Aren't we all?
Well, that is the goal. I'm hoping to do something truly special in this town, but partnership is key.
I specialize in acquisitions, shall we say.
Really? In what way?
You need something? It turns up. From where? Yeah, who cares?
Oh, you and
It's a,
Charles sound like you're going to be lots of fun. That's the one sitting over there, by the way.
I feel like this could be a very beneficial partnership. Exactly the kind of thing that we need. That being said, it sounds like your line of work may not come with much good faith from the bank.
Many are feared of me. That can play well also.
Hmm. Well, I'll take your word for it. There's something about you, I don't know what it is. But, I'm willing to give you a shot. I feel that, we have a shared history. Kindred spirits. Hmm.
I'm looking to get back to the water, as I'm sure you are.
Always. One of the reasons I am very thrilled with this property is it is on the docks.
Then I'm sure I can give you a hand in that area.
I believe so as well. Well, I'm met quite a few wonderful people today. Um, Looks like everyone is still hanging around as well. It's possible we could try to stop by the bank now. Maybe all get together and see what kind of funds we have as a group, what we may be able to offer to them as collateral or good faith in general. and I look at both of the two gentlemen at the table and kind of motion to them to see what their thoughts are.
Sounds good to me.
Well, let's grab the others.
You'll be surprised how the bank likes a diversified group, even if some aren't necessarily reputable. All they care about is the money and the profits they'll make. So if they think somebody might can procure money for them in dubious ways, they look away.
I like the way you think. Well, let's grab the others.
All right. Hey, lads and lasses, we're heading to the jeweled fucking meat and veg. My character will also slam his maul into the ground a couple times. And he'll toss. What would that be worth? Like, I don't know, like 2 silver at the woman for the meal.
Thanks you graciously, and goes and shoves it in a lockbox under the counter.
And I'm going to walk over to Charles and say, you say you have a way with people, a way of getting the things that you want. Now's your chance to prove it. We need these funds from the bank. We are coming together as a group to make that easier. You say you have value, prove it. Take
Oh,
lead.
I am loving your style more and more I talk to you, lady. So, let's get the show on the road.
Are we going to the bank?
Yeah. Do you have an idea of whether you're wanting it to be bare or if you're wanting it to include the furniture?
I'm thinking we're going to need the furniture. That's a pretty big place. We may not be able to keep all of it.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So you guys make your way back over to the bank. You know, the interviews took probably from noon, about 3 hours. So it's about 3 hours into it. And you make your way back into the bank and you're met with Hoko again.
It's perfect.
Welcome to. Oh, it's you, and you've brought friends. What
This is
can
the
I
first
do
time
for
I've
you
met you.
today? I meant the one that's dripping all over my floor again.
Well,
It'll buff
she's a
out.
Genasi.
It evaporates.
So many people. Oh, what business have you with the bank today?
Well, matey, we're not here to rob you.
That is probably
terrible
the worst.
What?
I'm glad to see
kinda-
we're on the same page here.
I kind of nudge Charles forward as if to say, show us what you got.
So, Charles kind of takes a step forward, and he's got this golden gleam into his eye. And it wasn't as evident before because in the tavern, I'm presuming it was a little bit darker in there. But this office was pretty well lit, right?
This office is well lit. Kind of not brightly lit the way that the theater was in the previous description that I gave, but more of a dim lighting, not very dim to where you would need dark vision, though. It's just to make it easier on Hokozia's very poor eyes.
Ah. Never mind what I was going to say then, because it probably doesn't matter. Anyways. Charles kind of saunters up.
Can I cast guidance?
Sure.
Let me pull it.
Charisma peeking out here, alrighty. So I never caught your name, by the way. Miss.
I am Hook. I'm the clerk at the bank. What else do you need to know about me?
Come on, there's got to be more to you than that. You're the one who's in charge of basically all the financial dealings that go down here. You got to feel pretty important about yourself.
Well, I do have a lot of responsibilities here. But what do you want?
Simple. This group here has all been gathered by Miss back there. But she has a vision, a plan to, for lack of a better way of putting it, she's going to rake in a lot of dough. But as you know, with any good business, sometimes you gotta get a bit of a loan in the beginning to make sure you have all that sorted out. We're here to get the first step to a financial gold mine going. Right now, you're the gatekeeper, and you also hold the key. And we want to know what kind of plans we can work out together so that everybody here can be rolling in it.
When you say everybody, do you mean everybody in this room?
I'm an honest man.
Well, tell me, how much is it that you need to start this venture? What is this venture exactly that you're planning? You're not planning to run that tavern, are you?
I'll go ahead and let the miss in charge of the plans inform you on that part.
Definitely are not interested in the tavern. But we could use 10,000 gold.
10,000. That's quite a bit. What's in it for me if I loan you this 10,000? Or if I can make arrangements to see this 10,000 loaned to you?
What do you want?
Well, I'm not the one that holds the purse, you see. And the one that does is he's behind this door, of course, and he is going to want to make a deal to make sure that it is, especially if it's a profitable venture, you know.
It probably would have been nice if everybody else had been filled on the plan, I just realized, because I know for a fact Charles has no idea what the actual business plan is.
Yeah, that would have been smart. We did not do that.
Matey,
Well,
what would you like to see out of this?
Well, my I am the gatekeeper, so to speak, but only the gatekeeper to the man that holds the actual purse strings. You can see Gold Child if you like. However, just be prepared that you may have to share some profits with him if your venture is as profitable as you say it will be. And what is it exactly that you're planning to do? You never really said. I can't haven't determined yet if this is worth his while.
We will be attempting to acquire the theater by the docks. Do you know the one of which I speak?
Yes, so you'll be putting on children's plays there? That doesn't seem
No,
very profitable.
that will not be our venture. No, we are looking at a different class of entertainment. One for the well-to-do.
You would
Occasionally... I'm sorry, please continue.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Occasionally we may put on productions for the common person in this town. There will definitely be things available. We're going to accept the coin of anyone willing to give it. But additionally, it is a big building. and people are busy throughout the week, not always able to come to a show. There's a additional part of the building that would be perfect for a lounge of sorts. A social club, if you will. Something for the politicians, the wealthy, businessmen to get together and conduct their business. And a high class, discreet location. Someplace that won't get many looks with people coming and going, since there's also shows happening all the time. It'll be easy to slip in and out without prying eyes.
This sounds like something that Goldchild might like to hear about. Hold one moment while I go in and check to see if he's willing to see you. Hoko walks out and walks out of the lobby and into another office.
That was very blatant. Very good.
I'm just gonna point out, I really wish you briefed us on what the plan was before we came over here, because I realized midway through my spiel that I had no idea what we were doing.
I did. You just
The
weren't
music's a
listening.
little
You
loud.
assumed I was drunk.
You said that you were so good at this. I apologize. I just assume all that confidence came with the balls to back it up.
And I did. But I'm also an honest man. I'm not going to start lying to her face, because that's the exact way that connection goes to a burned bridge.
That
That's what the
remains
stone is
to be
for.
seen.
Well, now we're being set up.
An honest man. Ugh. How sickening.
I've yet to come across one.
Hoko comes back out of the office and looks at you all and says, Goldchild will see you now. You can go right in, and I'll make sure I clean up the dampness on the carpets and on the floor.
It evaporates.
Thank you kindly.
Good luck.
So, you guys enter into an office. There is a bright, shining light that doesn't appear to have a source like a candle does, in this circular glass sitting on the table. It is currently empty at the moment as she's guided you into Goldchild's office while he had stepped out for just a moment. And you have the opportunity to take in just how much is actually in here. There's books that line the walls from ceiling to floor, and you notice that a lot of the books seem fairly well used. There are some that are currently open on his desk, some that are piled high because he's currently using them, but they all seem to be about money and about business. Give me just a second here.
I nudged Charles again.
I can't exactly talk to an empty room, ma'am.
The music is too loud. I can barely hear Charles.
Oh. Let me turn it down. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Shortly after the door closes behind you guys and a tabaxi walks into the office and stands at the edge of his desk ready to speak with you all about the reason why you have come to him today.
Well,
Sorry,
this is
I
awkward.
got thrown off because I thought that was
Is
his
that
other
not
character.
Aaron?
Does that seem to be a problem here?
Ah, you got my
Oh my
face.
gosh, I am not muted. I'm so sorry.
So
Thought I was
confused.
muted.
By Muradin's beard, they're breeding!
I don't see any resemblance.
Oh my god.
I'll move forward and just kind of look into his face.
He looks back.
Roll my head side to side, looking at him.
He matches.
They're literally the same character, aren't they?
Is this the
So I'm
same
gonna
litter?
pause you for just a moment. I made this, and then Aries sent me the picture of his person.
Absolutely wonderful.
That is beautiful. I love that. Secret plot twist, long lost brothers. Anyway, I'm sorry. Back on topic.
Hey, Sugar Bro, you want to hook us up?
Excuse me.
Oh my god.
What did you
Uh-oh.
call me?
What?
Never mind. What do you need? I'm very busy.
All of you go ahead and roll an insight check for me real quick.
Okay, perfect. That will give me a second to remember what his name is.
Everyone?
Gold child.
Gold Child. I kept on thinking Gold Door. I don't know why I kept thinking that.
It is a fancy door.
Exactly. You know, like.
To re-clarify, are we all rolling this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's going inside.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Aries.
3 people getting 11s? What the fuck?
Okay. So, Max, you can tell from the way that he is standing, his stature, his posture, the look in his face, that not only is this the guy that you guys have to convince to give you a loan, but that he is not the joking type. He is very much so very serious all the time. The rest of you guys see a cat.
My eyes work. Excellent.
Well, if anyone here would care to speak up and state your business, and then please be on your way.
Of course, Mr. Goldchild. Is it fine if I call you Mr. Goldchild?
It's fine.
So, we're here about a little bit of a business proposition. And you are the prime person to talk to. We're here about a little bit of business. The miss behind me has gathered us here to start up a bit of a business venture using an old theater down by the docks. A place that's going to draw in some real big coin. And everybody involved is looking to profit. The only thing we need, and I'm sure you understand this as I can tell by looking around your office here, you're quite well read, especially on the subject of money.
And who are all of you?
A set of hands with various skills designed to round out and make sure the business is as profitable as possible.
My name is Maxwell. Hello.
He nods. What do you know about each other? Are any of you considered trustworthy or untrustworthy to the other?
We are a new band together. Seeking to make a new fortune.
The
But we
one thing
do
I
have unique skills that you could put good use.
Are you okay there, fella? You're struggling over the words of that.
Excuse me, why are you raising your hand?
Sorry, what?
Yes. He's talking to me. I am schooled. I am from the mountains, and I'm not very smart. However, I am very good at brewing various drinks.
Maxwell put this
If
in
you
the
want a
chat.
particular drink,
I
just
have
let
no
me know and I
interest in
can
your
make it for you.
drinks. We are here to make a business deal. Yes, let's talk price and be on with it.
Well, then I suggest you speak to her more. And she points over Jewel. I mean,
My name is Icthilion. We are interested in purchasing the theater by the docks. We do not know much about one another, except we are all very keen to create something new for ourselves in a partnership. Hold one another accountable. As far as the amount, we are hoping to secure 10,000 gold, and in return, a portion of the profits.
Pardon me a second, all of my settings and the page refreshed. I'm not even there.
That'll happen.
Oh,
All right. One more time. Last thing you just said.
As far as the amount, we are hoping to secure 10,000 gold, and in return, share a portion of the profits.
Sounds doable. And this is the theater. He opens a book on the desk and starts going through it. This is the theater you are looking to purchase.
Yes. The dwarf is very good with stonework.
Aye.
He'll be able to do quite well for us in giving this place a good caring hand, bringing it up to standard. The Goliath, as she keenly mentioned, is good with beers, something that we will need for our concessions to share with others. I myself,
she interrupts you for a second. Beers, ales, meads, and anything else you want to drink.
there you
Let's drink
go.
with milk, thank you very much.
I am sure that can be arranged.
Should move this along. The base pay for the theater would be 1,000 gold per month. The policy of going through with all of this contracts are one of our policies. A late fee of 50 gold will occur if 1 day late. If payment is not made by day 7, the collector will be sent to collect any other kinds of payment. And slams the book closed.
I think that's doable.
Do your business partners agree that 1,000 gold per month would be doable at a theater?
Maxwell doesn't even know how much gold they have altogether.
Oh, depending on how many alcoholics there are, we could make some good money. And even non-alcoholic drinks I can make. Will have to be tasted, though, to make sure that they not only taste good, but don't make anyone sick.
Dark Purrs looks at the dwarf and says, I think that's your man.
How can I help you?
Who said what just now?
I think that Spoon was the one who was the last one that spoke.
Yep, I said, how can I help you?
Oh, is that to me?
Yeah. I believe there's actually Irie who's like, well, I believe the dwarf is your man.
I will just look in your direction.
I was referring to the need somebody to test the drink to see if they were poison.
Oh, aye.
Well,
Can you give us a moment to discuss?
Yes, I was going to ask the group.
yes, but please hurry it up. I don't have time. I
We
do
will
not have
try.
all day.
Did anyone bother to ask whoever owns it what he makes in a month?
What?
Well, to be fair, that price wouldn't be exactly realistic. He's old and retired now, isn't he? So, numbers wise, that wouldn't exactly add up.
How much gold do we have as a collective right now?
A pittance?
Currently, I have 14 gold. I left the gold back at the tavern.
I doubt we have less. I bet we have less than 100 between us.
Did you guys not roll for
What's the
gold?
point of a bank?
I have 95
I took
gold
equipment.
currently.
I have 129.
9 and some change.
This was a devolved character, so it went from 43 plat to 5 gold.
What?
Holy, oh my god.
Yeah, it was a 5th level character, and it got reversed all the way back down to 1st. And I got
How much
told I
gold do you
couldn't
have?
keep my money.
Yeah, I got a square hundo.
Here's the thing. Even though we may have gold amongst us, we'll need some of that to help get us started. We're going to need to buy food and spirits. Even
I was going
if
for 400.
our Goliath is making it, we're going to need the materials. We'll need to create flyers, costumes.
Your problem you're going to have is that takes time. So, where are you going to get this time? Because in 1 month, your bill comes due. If you had a whole month, perhaps you could.
Don't
But
we
we
have someone that could help procure items?
What do you mean by that? Actually, looks like you're confused.
But your beer brewing will not be done in a day.
Oh, but you can still grab some that I've already made for the what was it again? Oh yes, the brothel. I think I still have at least one cask hidden away.
DM, where are we? Are
Have
we
to
still in
go
the same
back and
room
check.
with him?
Yeah, you guys are literally
Or are you just
talking in
listening
like
to
a
us?
100 circle. Oh yeah, he's got cat ears. He can hear everything you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I guessed. That's it.
He's just tapping his claws on his desk.
Do you have the money to pay for it now, at least? Everything else is a future problem. Unless you want to wait to purchase the theater.
This is a group venture at this point.
See, now, here's my take on it. Is that, given that we insure we're making as much profit as we're expecting, that fee will feel like chump change. If it happens. It's obviously not in good faith to incur that fee. But you never know. Could be a bad season. Could be some issues with, you never know. Some kind of epidemic could pop up and we'd all be shut down for 2 years, locked in our homes, being unable to visit each other for the fear of getting sick.
Perhaps we should check with him and see what the fee would be if we could defer to the 2nd month.
Charles, can you talk him down? You say you're good with people.
I doubt that would work, and he's listening to you right now.
I thought she was referring to the owner. The owner of the theater.
Oh, the theater.
No, I feel like I missed a part of the conversation here. Hold on.
No, I mouth to Charles and not say out loud because I don't want his cat ears to hear me. No, I mean gold, child.
Well, no, I mean, what part are you making me talk down? That's the part of the conversation I think
The price. She's talking about the price.
The
Per
fee?
month. Per month.
The 50 coins per month. Okay, I was just getting confused then. That's my bad.
No, the 50 coins I'm pretty sure is
That's
per
a
day
late
that we're
fee.
late
I'm
until
talking
like a
about
week
the
passes.
$1,000 per month, or 1,000 gold per month.
Okay. Charles will turn around. Charles thinks for a moment. Let me do some quick math. I think I can figure out a way here.
Realistically, they're asking to be paid back in full in less than a year.
Yes, which probably. But
That's why the bank is so happy. They take a lot of things back.
exactly. But I might have a way. How much are you looking or thinking to drive down the per month by? Because I might be able to work something up.
You say that out
As
loud.
much as we can.
He's like trying to mouth it basically along, like very quietly, just like, are we talking like 500 a month? Are we talking?
And I'm mouthing back, as much as we can. What does everyone else think?
When we went to the
Charles is like
job
trying to do
board.
some math.
We went
See
to the.
what
Sorry, you go first.
see what other jobs he might have that he doesn't want to sully himself with collecting. Or if he needs things moved discreetly.
Smart plan. Smart
We
plan.
can make ourselves useful to him.
Excuse me, would you be getting the loan today or not?
I'll look
Sorry, we're
towards
just.
Jewel.
If I can add a little bit of insight, I am willing to waive the first down payment. That would give you time to make your revenue and make sure that you're not late on your payment.
So I'll tell you what, Mr. Goldchild, we're thinking here.
Yes.
Because again, one of the main things that we got to ensure is we got to make sure we've got everything set up. There's always that slight risk that always comes with something like this, that there's going to be a bit of extra charge up in the beginning that can slow down your revenue a bit up until you get it sorted out. And so what we're thinking here is kind of a double mix plan, if I may. The first thing is this business plan that Miss Ekthelian has behind me is going to have a lot of room for discrepancy. And if you need something done and need it done without the view of others, this would be the fantastic place to get it done. On top of that,
Was that the toilet?
Mr. Gold, you have a leak in here? What the hell?
I do have assistance.
I'm sorry, I got completely thrown off by that noise. Let me get back on my train of thought here. Back on the subject. We're thinking here. The best way to ensure not only business takes off the ground, but you get your money back and then some. What if we talked in a bit of a lower amount on those per month payments, but an interest build up instead? You end up making your loan back and more, and we still rake in plenty of that revenue, which, again, a reminder, a portion of that profit is also yours.
Go
We
ahead
make
and
sure
roll a
the numbers
persuasion
work out.
check.
Yeah, his eyes are
go
going to
ahead.
narrow.
This is one of the highest fucking things, and I swear to God, if you
Yeah.
bone me on this roll 20, I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
like, thanks.
Does busting make
Come
you feel
on,
good?
persuasion.
Is my guidance still in effect?
Oh wait.
School
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say
a
guiding
blessing,
bolt.
but-
There's that guiding bolt. Who cast that
Guidance.
guiding bolt on me earlier?
Guidance.
What is the effect of that again?
1d4
to
out
your
of your
check.
roll.
1d4. All right, pray to God.
20 plus 1d4.
Plus 1d4. Fuck yeah. I love you.
Busting
And
does make you
with the
feel good.
golden gleam in his eyes, he's like, you want to make this work. Quite literally golden gleam because these eyes are gold. There you go.
I feel he's gonna kind of resonate with you on that look you have in your eye, and it's sort of an acknowledging look of like it sounds like he knows money. So then he'll kind of just slowly nod and reach out his hand. I can do 200 gold a month if we make a deal now.
Will that work, Miss Ecthelium?
I think that's most reasonable.
Definitely strange group. Who's going to sign the contract? You going
Everybody
to,
points at the Ganassi.
We are partners.
there is a not in the picture, but there is a
Yes,
parchment.
already.
Oh god,
Big Echo.
she's on roll 20 again.
Oh yeah, sorry, I don't know what the fuck happened, but it.
Don't worry about it. He's gonna motion to the desk, and there's already a written contract that he's been writing the whole time you guys have been talking, and it's got a little line, very very elegant markings and words with the whole thing, and he motions you to sign it.
Shouldn't you read that
Yes.
first?
I step forward and take the quill, sign my name, look at him and say, "You must come to our first show." On
May I
the
read
how.
that contract?
Please.
I heard two people. What did you say?
May I read the contract? That's what I said. Should I roll a check for it?
It's a DM question.
You've got it. It's just right in front of you. Yeah, go ahead and
Insight, perception.
let's do inspect. Let's say it's lengthy enough for you to have to take a few minutes to read it.
Investigation.
Yeah, that'll work. That's what I meant.
And what the hell? I'll give the help action. Do it with advantage. Let's see. Bollocks.
Thank you.
Bollocks. Double speak. Bollocks. Yeah, it seems alright.
Not good.
I'm really glad I gave you advantage.
It's okay. It wasn't a high DC. It says that you guys are going to be making payments of 200 gold monthly, starting from this day. So every month on this day, you will have to make a 200 gold payment. You do not have to come into the bank to make the payment. A employee of the bank known as the collector will be arriving at your guys' establishment to collect the payment every month on the same day at the same time. And it states that it is the length of what is due. There is a 10% interest rate on it, and that if you don't make the payment after the first day of it being late, it's 50 gold. It's not 50 gold every day for a week. It's just the 50 gold for that week. And after the 7th day, if you have not made a payment, then the collector will come to take payment in other manners.
Seems straightforward and honest enough. I hand the contract back.
Would there be anything else?
I've got none.
We appreciate your time.
Desire yours, but I would like to get back to my own if you don't mind. You could have Hoko notarize the contract on your way out.
You guys kind of like pile out of the office back to Hoko real quick and hand her the papers. Out of curiosity, before we go any further, did you guys only request the 10,000 for the payment to the old man?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, think we did, but
Yeah.
I
Okay.
did
But we
point out that we
haven't
could have Charles try.
agreed.
Good.
Yeah, we haven't agreed to give the old man 10,000 either.
Gotcha.
We
Okay.
haven't bartered with
we
him.
can still talk him down.
Yeah, I did point out that we could just sick Charles on him. He's apparently doing a good job.
Yep, and I'm not even a bard.
All right. So you guys are back at Hoko with the papers in hand.
Well, it appears that things are good. Oh, what? Look, all this paperwork. What? Did you come to an agreement?
Yes, we did, ma'am.
Well, I guess it's time for me to. That's one. Let's try here. Okay, that's two. We need one more copy. All right. Now you must abide by the terms of this contract, or you'll be seeing a lot more of Goldchild, but maybe not in the way that you are hoping.
If I may, young lady.
You're echoing still.
Muted. In
You get a
Discord.
meter on
Or,
Roll20.
sorry. Muted in Roll20. Like I muted myself. Right, so she's talking to the goblin.
Hoko looks around. Young, who were you talking to?
Cool. I was wondering if I could leave you a parting gift.
That may be frowned upon, but it's just a secret between us, right?
Yes.
Nobody else has to know.
No one has to know. Yeah, I'm looking it up. Hold on a second. She digs through her bag once again and takes out another flask. Here, sample of one of my meats that I've made. It's got a lot of flowery nectar in it and some other spices. I'm not sure if you like cinnamon, but it goes very well.
And Hoko takes a sniff and says, "Ooh, this will go well with my fungus salad tonight. Why, thank you, dear. Now
You're
run
welcome.
along."
So you guys go ahead and make your way back towards the theater. For those of you that aren't aware of it or haven't seen it before, you'll take in the exact same, only now it's in the light. You see that the stonework that is on it, while higher up, it is more clean. Further down, you can see the algae that is kind of grown over the cobblestone from the water, and then the vines that have grown along the outside of it, and how much dirtier it appears on the outside towards the bottom of the theater itself, while also taking in that the stone bridge that is from the theater to the other building is intact. It does appear that it would need some sort of beam to support it underneath, because it does look quite old, but the other building looks fairly decent, almost as if it was a newer edition that was added after.
So is the both buildings part of the theater or just the one?
It's both buildings that you guys are looking to purchase. It's the theater and then the VIP area that is attached via the bridge.
It's the place, eh? Seems nice.
If I could make an aside after we left the bank, my character would, when we're basically by ourselves, kind of rap Charles over the shoulder and jovially shout, "Looks like the jeweled meat and veg got the shaft on this one. Oh, Yumi. Oh, I've killed men for less than 200 gold a week. Oh, this is gonna be great."
Oh, I'm loving you more and more, pal. I'm loving you more and more.
Oh, just wait till you see what I do to the to the building superstructure. Oh, you're gonna hate it.
Wait, what?
What?
Murder holes everywhere. My character basically just, it's like bullshitting now. It's like murder holes everywhere as he just like wipes across the fucking night sky or the morning sky.
Alrighty then.
That's my side done.
Can you guys place your tokens?
Oh, I should probably do that, shouldn't I? Actually, I cannot because if I place my token,
I don't know how to do that.
I got you guys.
You can drag it out of the
Caroline is,
second tab. Just grab the
oh
words.
nope, there we go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe she made tokens for us.
You guys should have control over your own tokens.
Definitely.
Not too bad. Could use a little bit of a sprucing up, but building's a real intact, and that's some massive square footage. I thought the fella was just overpricing you for the building, but this might actually be worth just straight up 10 grand.
Surprising that you only go for 200.
Oh no, I was talking about the fella selling this building. I was not talking about Mr. Goldchild.
Oh, yes. Still, I'm
There's
shocked
no-
you go so quickly down. Cut the price down for the runs. Practical runs.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can talk this place down a little bit, but this one might be a bit tough.
There's no doubt there's potential. Money to be made here. But any
Oh,
bit of coin we can spare in its purchase is just that much more we can put into fixing it up and getting it ready.
The room closets in it.
as sure as there's gold in my eyes, there'll be gold in our pockets.
No, move the chair to the left. There's
Having actually finally seen the superstructure of the building again for what is presumably a fairly distant amount of time, may I make a stone cutting check with history to see the actual value of this superstructure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, this is with a +3 because it essentially gives me double proficiency, which would probably just be expertise with history, so ignore the -1.
+4.
Way
You don't know shit.
I don't know shit.
Wow.
It's
like
a
stones.
You're
building.
supposed to know about stones, man.
Don't you have
Good thing
a
he's outside
+4?
talking to himself right now and not with anybody else.
Perhaps he only knows about his own stones.
Kidney
Is
stone.
that a character, by the way?
I know.
Yeah, listen, no, don't make it. Don't put. Hey, who is? Oh, I must have. Oh, hello, welcome. There's many new faces. Who are you?
Goliath towers over the dwarf.
You're
I'm
quite
kind of excited.
quite a big lady there. Oh, I see you're back, Miss.
Cillian.
Yes.
Yes, I remember we were talking yesterday about purchasing the theater.
Oh, yes. The 10,000 gold price would be just enough what I need to go visit my great grandchildren on the other side of the country. It would just is the exact amount I needed to make sure that I don't have to worry about anything, about
10,000
nothing.
across the. You don't need 10,000 across the country.
What is he hiring a
All,
lizard?
well, if you've had as many grandchildren as I have over the almost 300 years old, or be 300, I'm not, it's not, I don't remember. Hmm.
I see. He
But
can't
I
comprehend.
definitely need to see my family one last time before I pass, and I would like to use this gold to buy them the biggest home they could possibly need, amongst other things. Maybe live my last couple years if I have any left in luxury. Wouldn't that be something?
Still seems strong. You
My
cannot stumble another year.
man.
Would be quite something. Well, we have come together as a group of partners to finalize the sale of this building. I do think that we could help one another.
Oh, that does sound good, dude. What is the news?
Let me ask you this. How many people have come by looking to purchase your place recently?
We haven't got a lot of offers on the theater. Most people here wouldn't know what to do with it and have no artistic talent. But you can't blame them. It's quite a small crew of people that worked here. They races from far. They came from all over the world. But I outlived most of them, unfortunately. But as far as selling the place, we haven't had many people that had an eye for the theater or entertainment in that matter.
Now you see the quandary we're in. You asked for a premium price, but when was your last show?
My last show here has probably been a couple days, so maybe a week or two ago.
And how
It's
many came?
it was that it was. Hold on, let me see. That wasn't. I was thinking of this. Yes, that's the last show was definitely a full house. It was sort of a closing show for some of our performers. They announced it was going to be their last time here before returning back to wherever they came from. But I've been at this establishment for a very, very long time. I'm personally in charge of the upkeep, and it's seen better days, but it's definitely not the worst thing in town. But
No, but
finally able to pay off Gold Child after 140 years. Yes.
There it is.
well, now you see our problem. We need to clean and spruce this place up. And that in and of itself costs money.
Hmm.
That
I
is
just had a
entirely
thought.
true. Yes.
Is
So
there
you said,
some
well,
is there a
didn't mean to cut
way
you off there, fella.
No, you're fine. Is there a way that you could see to cutting us a discount given the shape of the building is currently in and the fact that there are no actors here to perform anything?
Well, there's still a few in town, but if I can be honest with you, I've paid, which was 445, 500, and I think 50,000 gold for this place. Was indeed a long time ago, but I don't think 10k compared to 500,000 is too much to ask, considering it's two buildings next to each other.
We're getting a 10,000 from Golden Child. I don't think we need a discount. I'm saying this above character.
Well,
Oh, okay.
you're gonna incur costs no matter what because she wants high-end clientele, which this building won't currently support.
Hey, just for my sake of knowledge, is the quality of this building like way less than a nicer building in town?
I mean, it's not brand new. It's in better shape than the tavern.
But not the brothel.
That high bar.
No, not the brothel.
I don't
Okay,
think
so
we need to.
The brothel, it makes so much money every single night that the instant a chip happens in the wall, they get it fixed immediately.
they're the Walmart.
Damn self-mending walls.
Doesn't mean that we couldn't slowly work up to.
I don't believe we need to bug this old man for any more gold. He should go on his way.
Well, hold
and
on
fix
here.
this up ourselves.
I've got a plan, Arthur. Your name's not Arthur. That was a joke. My bad. So you said you're trying to go out and meet the family here before, and I'm trying to put this in your words, but doesn't sound as nice. But before you pass on, right, Mister?
It's essentially so. But I have a lot of family to visit, and I only hope I can cover the cost to visit them all.
So I just had a bit of a thought. Now, obviously, you could go out visiting all of them, but what if, per se, we had just an ever so large building with plenty of rooms that people could stay in that would make for just an excellent social gathering, a real hell of a party one day. And on top of that, we could organize it in kind of a what is the word? A retirement party sort of way? Because in a sense, you selling the building is a retirement of sorts.
Oh yes, I'm way long past due my retirement. If what? Yes. Continue. I'm so sorry.
So, what I'm thinking is, if possible, what if you were able to lower the price a bit, and we can use the extra leftover bit of our money to really spruce this place up real quick, and we start working together, organize getting all your family out here. That way, you can have some. Well, as I said before, a real hell of a party. We'll even set it up as say going off, and you have all your family here, and you can find that real nice place like you were talking about. You can get to live out your last days in luxury. And hell, you might even have some time to come visit a new show or two if you decide to stay in town.
Oh, it would be nice to be around for another spectacular show, but I'm sure you guys would have to practice before that's ready.
It may not be us up on the stage. We can find some talent. Just as simply as I'm sure we can find a way to bring your family here real nice and cheap so you can see them all and not have to worry about what I'm sure would be an arduous journey. I mean, if you are getting on as old in years as you say you are, there's always the worry that something bad might happen as you're traveling. It'd be much safer if we were to organize them all coming here, because I'm certain a lot of them are them young, scrapping, adventuring types. I don't know. I've just got that feeling looking from you. I feel like you might have had a bit of a adventuring bone in your body back in your younger years.
He's gonna kind of stare up into the sky and think about what you were saying. And
Charles, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Gotcha. Now here's the part where roll 20 fucks me. I'm seeing it coming.
are you calling it?
I've already
I'm-
stolen your one luck. Don't worry about it.
Right? The world balances itself out. We're due for a 20 after a 1.
Oh boy.
Hey!
Okay. Thank
Don't worry,
you,
the dwarf's
God.
got your back.
Literally, he's giving like Charles like a pre-warm up shoulder massage. Like, you got this, man. You got it.
The halberd nicks you a couple times. Oh, damn it.
Just like the old days of when I was actually an adventurer.
Yes, those were the days. Well, I feel like you've Oh, got somewhat of a decent head on your shoulders. I'm willing to do 8K fully furnished, if that sounds good. My one request is you do take care of the chairs as much as you can. I did make them myself. And
Ooh.
he's going to pull the deed out of his shirt pocket and walk over to a chair, which is essentially table height for him.
Do me a favor before you do that. Roll a what is it? I guess performance to see how well made the chairs are.
Oh,
Gets a nat 20. They're like, God, beautiful chairs. Oh, shit.
He
Well.
made them 140 years ago. I mean, they could do with a touch up.
so sad. Oh, so much canon was in that role.
How dare you? Those chairs are 140 years old. They've stood the test of time and the fattest of asses.
He's essentially got the deed on the chair and is looking for who's going to do that, or who perhaps whoever has a pen or writing utensil,
Quill.
a quill, because he does not have one.
Oh.
Gould has something to write with. She'll hand it over to him, assuming she hears him say this.
Yes, will you, my wet friend, will you be the one signing the deed?
I suppose I will. I'm the one who signed for the loan, so yes.
Oh, glorious day.
No, it's been 140 years since you signed anything with Goldchild, but you do recall it will require everyone's signature as they are all the proprietors of this business now.
Relay that information.
So we all sign.
Yes.
Are we going to describe how each signature looks?
Dark pile.
Oh, wow. Quite the tall bunch.
My signature looks oddly neat. That's all there is special to it.
Mine takes up far more space than it needs to.
Gould's name is signed in Dwarvish.
Rotron's name is also signed in Dwarvish.
Dark Purrs just walks up, grabs the ink bottle, pours some on his paw, and stamps his paw on the paper.
Is that binding?
Really?
Is that everybody?
Charles is signing in Draconic.
Alrighty.
He's quote unquote.
So with that being said, everybody go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
All right, here we go.
All right, it turns out that he's a demon. All right, we're all gonna get hosed.
We accidentally all just fucking rolled a fucking signed our souls away.
Wow.
Again. We really should check the shit we sign before we sign it.
We have 2 nat 1s here?
Yep.
Dear gracious.
What?
And a 3.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm gonna roll with you just for the help.
Oh,
No, no.
The dwarf knows what's up.
No.
We accidentally signed like just some random other piece of paper. It was like an autograph book that we just fucking signed, and he realized last thing, like, oh, I grabbed a completely wrong piece of paper. This is actually like my high school yearbook that you all just signed.
No, even worse. Like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. This is the deed to the tavern.
The DM got you guys. But no.
No, I handmade this map.
Because of all of the little rolls, you guys just as you all sign it, you just kind of look at him and you just see that he's starting to cry, and you assume that you can see that he's like finally letting go of this place that would be his baby.
Well, he gets to stay here anyway.
I pat his shoulder.
I would just let him stay here until, if we're going to throw a show for his family, they show up.
He immediately just starts walking, with his head down out of the place. Not like super sad or anything, but
You
like
guys are
Sir, hold
gonna
on here, sir. Hold on.
walk
Maybe
him
walk
out.
in.
You guys are gonna walk him out and see him off.
Well,
It
hold
makes
on.
more
We still
sense
gotta.
to let him have a room here.
Right?
Yeah,
There
but
are
hold
plenty
on.
of
We
room.
gotta. Before he walks off, Charles is gonna be like, "Hey, hold on, sir. We still gotta talk about the details of your little retirement party."
Yes.
I understand this
One
must be a
second.
very emotional moment for you, but
yes, I'm
there's
sure.
always
I
a reason
just
for excitement.
I'd rather not
We're gonna pause here
watch.
for just
Sure
a
you
second.
don't want to drink?
I don't think we can hear you. You're in the building.
Oh,
But she said
I'm
she said
following
pause, so I'm
him.
holding.
Yeah, I'm
Who's been
pausing for a
following
sec.
him?
Sorry, my own crotch goblins came in and I had to handle that. So,
I was gonna say we can hear the tavern all the way over here.
I know, right? Are you guys coming out?
Yeah, Scolded immediately started following him as walked out because she's just like, oh, a mountainkin. She's from the mountains and lives in the mountains. At least where she does.
Gotcha. So, are you guys standing in the road with him or on the sidewalk?
She's in the road with him.
I'm on the road with him.
I'm standing by.
Right beside him.
I'm trying not to
leaning-
crowd him.
I'm leaning up against the building.
Okay. So, whoever is in the road, go ahead
Oh no.
and make a dexterity save for me.
No, he's
Oh,
gonna get
boy.
isekai. Oh!
That's a no.
Right, I'm doing it at a normal roll.
Oh no, Max, you're not in the road.
Motherfucker!
You're on the sidewalk.
No. No.
Max is super
Yeah.
fine.
And oh wait, hold on.
Like how we got both
I
sides
see
of
it
the
coming.
spectrum.
The
So
the
this-
300-year-old
Goliath's gonna fall.
dwarf, rolls a 20, nat 20, and just dodges out of the way of whatever it was.
All I can see is the Goliath falling on our heads.
If what I think is about to happen happens, I might. Charles is gonna be upset.
Okay. So, how do you say your name? Is it Rotrin or Rotrin?
Rotrin.
Oh,
Okay, rolling the R, Rotrin. You'll go ahead and take 3 damage, not 3. Sorry, got it backwards. You take 6. Eris, you go ahead and take 3. It wasn't a high save, but as you guys are standing there in the road with him, all of a sudden, a cart that is being pulled by 4 horses comes barreling down the road. Hold on. And as it's barreling down the road, forgot his name, Mergrim is saying his final goodbyes to you before he leaves to go to his own home and pack his belongings for his trip.
I would just like to thank you all so much for purchasing the theater. It means so much to me that you would take this curse off of my hands and onto yourselves. I'm free! I'm free from the...
At that very moment, he is stampeded by the cart that is running with no care to whoever is in the road away from a Harangon that is chasing him. And upon impact, Merkram falls over and is not moving.
My character turns to the left and is like, did he say curse? Oh!
I go to the old man and check his pulse.
Did that man just get killed before his retirement party?
Can I see if
Oh,
I can make
what?
a medicine check? Make sure he.
Go.
or
Yeah,
did he
go
just
for
fail?
it.
School mutters, free meat.
He is
Huh.
fucking dead.
Remember mountain folk.
Well,
His neck's
fuck.
broken. He's got a piece of his skull kind of bashed in from the hoof of the horses.
This is not going to be good for business.
Oh,
Well,
why?
I'm going to get the guard.
Wait.
So something that you'll notice that there are no guards
Hmm?
in the entire city. There are no guards because you'll remember hearing from passersby and everything that the bank runs this town.
The, oh, where the fuck am I?
Wait.
He's still
Crazy.
very much dead, Eris.
Lassie. Does this mean we just got the theater for free? Oh, my ribs.
No, the bank still owns it.
Well, we signed. We got the loan from the bank, and then we signed the deed with him. He owned it free
He
and clear.
he said we took this curse from him, and he danced, went into the street, and died.
Oh, aye, that's a concern, but 10,000 to capital's a lot to make a place.
Guys, do you think the
Do you-
bank knew about this?
That they would know about this?
I'm fucking cursed.
Charles is not going to be happy about this. And he just shit himself. I'm going to back out of this situation here. That is rank.
Maxwell just dashes into the building, looking at the cop. again.
I'm taking it the guy chasing the car didn't bother to stop either.
Oh, no.
I fucking forgot dead bodies do that.
Yep.
Mm.
Can I look at
No,
the
I
contract
wasn't able
again?
to, sorry.
Did he look at the contract?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation for me.
I cast guidance on myself just to make sure.
Guidance.
I'm going to try to.
So in the contract that you guys signed, it
15.
does explicitly also mention a curse. That isn't really well detailed about what it encounters, like what it involves really. It also states in there that this document that you have now signed is part of their attachment letter of their will. So if somebody were to come look for their belongings, they would know that the building was not just given to somebody. You've spoken with the bank, so the bank knows that you went and got the money to purchase it. And therefore, if the money were to go missing, the bank may have to get involved in an investigation to find out where the money that was left to his family would have gone.
All
You
right,
hear
fair
a
enough.
myriad of profanity coming from the theater, all in Sylvan. He just keeps swearing over and over again.
So if he's dead, the bank is going to know that he did not go to visit his family. But if he were to disappear, and people did not know he was dead, the bank would think that he just left town to go visit the family he's been searching for. I think we need to move the body.
Right, have fun with that. I'm gonna check out the back.
Oh, I can help with that.
Darkbird, go ahead and roll a. Oh God, what is it going to be? Hold on, give me just a second here.
I roll strength.
Where is your name? There it is. Let's do a history. Roll a history check for me.
She
Who?
tries to pick up the dwarf. Do him first.
I'll give you a hand with the dwarf. Let's pick him up and make him look like he's walking as we go back inside.
Wait, Dark
She-
Purse,
she's
give
like
me a
7
history
feet tall,
check.
though.
Who do you need to do a history check?
Dark Purse, Ari. So, you've been on the sea before. You know that while there doesn't appear to be guards in the city, that doesn't mean that there is no law and order. You know that you guys did not kill him. There is very much so a clear line of blood trailing from him as if a horse cart had run him over. And there is also possibly a Harangon witness that was chasing the said cart that could verify you guys had no involvement in his death. However, you can't help but think that if you hide the body and his family comes looking for him, what might happen?
Let's drop him by the bank.
Well, if the bank is going to find out that he's dead anyways, I don't see any point in me moving him at all.
It's just bad form to leave him in front of your business.
It is.
Where's the graveyard in this town?
Can we take him to the brothel?
No, take him to a priest.
It's
This
about
is the biggest.
this
brothels-
time that the Harangon comes
Take him
back
to the butcher's.
with blood spread, like blood splatters on his armor. And he walks up to you guys.
Do you hear her say, take him to the butcher? Hear her?
What in the hell happened here?
Someone ran over this man.
I believe that team of horses and cart that you were chasing.
Yeah, I'm the collector. I was attempting to collect. And it seems that we've had another mistake in the streets trying to collect things. But yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take this guy off your hands. I saw the whole thing. I'll take him back to Goldchild. Tell him what happened.
And without another word, he grabs Murgrim and they both rush off.
As he leaves,
I look to Jewel and the others here.
Ah, dang!
Versus
I
act.
fleeced him.
What'd you say?
He didn't pick up his
First
body in
actual-
any respectful way.
Dark Purr, go ahead and roll that sleight of hand for me. You didn't make it in time. You almost had it.
Yeah, that old man got picked up by like his arm and was just lolling over his shoulder.
He with the shit in his pants.
Yep. He'd probably flung some up in the air. He really did not care compared to the amount of blood that you saw on him just now.
I don't figure that blood was from the horses. Or the old man.
We
Now
don't
you know
know.
what the collector does.
We don't know.
Before we get run over ourselves, I think we should go inside and just talk about this.
Since the collector was chasing the horses, he wouldn't have got splattered by the blood. And since he did not come back with the cart, one wonders whose blood it was. Was it 7 days late blood?
as Rotran makes his way into the lounge, you'll all probably hear this.
Moses fucking
Kate, who maintained this place?
All right. So I'm gonna fast forward you guys just a little bit here. We'll say that you guys all go into the top floor. You take a good look. Everything, you see the same thing that she saw. You guys can at this point you've looked at the theater, you're now looking at the VIP section. You're getting a good idea of like how much money you might actually have to put into the place to get it back to spick and span, and presentable in the way that you guys might like. The chairs here, they were brand new when they were purchased. They are very well worn, which means that the business saw a lot of activity throughout the 140 years that it was up and running. Is that me knocking out and coming back, or?
Yeah.
Spiral's trying to fix his sound issues.
What time of day is it at this point?
Currently, it is about. You got to the bank at about 3:00. It took you a pretty decent amount of time to get back over to, or not very long because they're right across from each other almost. So I'd say that the conversation between Goldchild, back to the museum, the conversation with Mergrim, the excitement that happened outside, I'm going to say that it's probably about 6:00 in the evening at the moment.
There's still a lot of potential here. But we need food.
Well, that's definitely certain. I doubt the fella kept too much up here, considering how he didn't seem to have done. God, I'm still trying to process in my head what happened earlier here. I had gotten through the process of promising that man a fantastic retirement party, him meeting his family, and that shit got stolen from him the second he walked out these doors. How in the don't I'm gonna just process it on my own. I see where you're
Cursed
getting at
is
though with the food.
cursed. You don't simply pass a curse along. The curse will get you in the end.
That's what I'm starting to think here too. But the other thing is if this is raking in as much money as we're thinking, we could easily pay for a decursing. That's not going to be a problem there. If there is an actual curse, because the paper doesn't even specify. It just says a curse. Like it could be a curse of
Can you hear me on here?
bad Friday nights type deal.
I can hear you.
Loose bowels.
It says
something along those lines.
muted on DC.
And in fair, given some of the food that I've had in other taverns, it's basically like they have that curse
For
already.
me, it won't connect. I keep disconnecting.
From what?
From Discord, looks like.
We can hear you on Roll20.
Yeah, she can't hear us though.
Oh, I can hear.
Oh, there we go.
Change the stuff on 20. Finally let you join.
There's a lot to be done. Not only do we need to get this place ready for patrons, but we need to find out what truly is going on with this so-called curse. The big building, it's 2 big buildings. There's lots of rooms to explore, things we need to figure out.
Disappeared.
Might be a little late to do all of that tonight.
Is there a broom back here?
Yes.
I take it and just start sweeping. The faster we get through this, the faster we can get money.
Sorry.
No doubt being lazy about it.
I don't seem to have a token right here.
1 second. I will pull it over.
I think it's probably because it kept disconnecting. Thank you.
So,
Gould is gonna go back in there to check.
All right. We saw one basement, which I'm assuming was under here, which had bedrooms, correct?
yep.
Is there a basement in the theater?
No.
Where do they keep their theater?
Props. Yeah. That's kind of odd because typically stuff comes from underground up.
What are you asking?
Where do they keep their theater supplies?
The theater supplies, I don't have them added, but they would be in a storage room that is below this area.
Okay, I see.
I'm just thinking, if they're trying to put on a show and they're changing stages and stuff.
Oh, that is here. I'll drag you over real quick so you can see it. So, in the theater, the big things that get rolled out and rolled in are behind these curtains. But as far as costumes and whatnot, it's this area here where you see the mirrors and the desks.
And they're probably 140 years old
So
too.
there's a closed off room?
Nope, there's a door right here and a door right here.
Yeah, I mean, people can't see through it.
Right, yeah. There's a wall and a closed door. Nobody can see through those.
Okay.
I'll bring you guys back over to the other one.
So
And I'll get that storage area added after this.
out of character. It's 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Getting kind of late. It's a decent stopping point.
Yep. So if you guys like, we can take you all down to the bottom floor. You'll notice that there should be enough beds for everybody. You guys get
Found
to,
hers.
at this point, claim your room.
Yep, book.
Fuck. You ran in there.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Hey, Jewel, go ahead and roll an investigation. Investigation for me.
You find a used rubber.
Damn fella taking advantage of the cripple not having a fast walking speed.
There's a smell. Kind of musty.
Smell?
Yeah, kind of musty. Brothel related things have happened in this room.
And on that note, we got to
so much
black.
WD-40.
Well, I didn't place my
sake.
token yet.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that for some reason you can't pull your own. Let me double check that.
It's not attached to her
I
character
don't-
sheet.
It
Who
should
has-
be. It says it is.
Who has prestidigitation?
Charles does, but he's in his slightly larger than the average room.
Oh God, so she's probably in a small bed.
I'm gonna go knock on Charles's door.
Oh, yeah. Your feet hang off the edge.
Yeah.
No matter what bed you go
Howdy.
in.
What's up?
In here.
You claim that you have talents with magic.
Yes, is something the matter?
I'm not convinced that the cleanliness of the bed is to the standard of an appropriate lady.
Bed was probably used for a brothel, wasn't it?
Yes.
I will handle it. I'm feeling kind. And he's going to use a little bit of the handy-dandy cure-all magic of the long one with the word digit in it. 'Cause fuck that
Prestidigitation.
fucking-
Prestidigitation.
Yes, Why the fuck did they have to make the spell name so goddamn long?
Dude, I have a
Anyways.
problem saying the same spell.
Because it is the most powerful spell in the game, and it has to have a bullshit name to go with it.
It's very fitting.
You could just say Presto Clino.
So
Yeah,
Clino.
Yeah.
Why can't I call it just magical fingers? There we go. Actually,
can
no.
call
I
it
mean,
what
calling
it's
it
a
that sounds
thematic
wrong.
spell. You can say whatever you want it to be.
Magic.
I cast
Well, no,
finger
he
bang
doesn't
at the
say-
sheets.
Yeah, no, finger bang the sheets.
Good God.
When you
Okay.
use the charm spell in the bed.
Shut up. No.
So, anyways,
Clean. Blah. There we go.
and then she's gonna look at Charles and say, "I just want to say, for one, thank you for this. It was horrifying, but also I want to apologize for the way I treated you earlier in the tavern. My first impression of you clearly was not correct. You showed that you have more character than I expected in the way you reacted to the old man's death. And I judged you too quickly."
Perhaps take it as me seeing a bit of what happened to me and him, perhaps. Having what should have been rather nice way of celebrating the end of a life getting taken away is a real shit situation. And I'm hoping we can at least do some kind of right by maybe sprucing this place up. Although I'm definitely concerned about that whole curse thing.
Yes, he
the curse
did.
was
He
just
did trick us into a curse.
yeah. That's why I'm slightly like, unless the curse was like he had to sell it or something, and he wasn't.
He
allowed
didn't
to
trick us.
legally
We didn't
spend
read
it.
the fine print.
Yeah, to be fair, he didn't trick us. Are you shouting that from the other room?
Damn.
Maxwell! Maxwell! My character
Huh?
opens the door. Maxwell! I just realized this place is a curse, right? Do you reckon there's a
Yes.
spook? I've never killed a spook before. You think I can hear spook with my hammer?
Wait, I want to see if I can hear this.
I'm yelling it into the room, so I'm right next to your room.
Just.
That was probably what you
No,
heard.
no, sorry, I don't know who's talking because I'm not.
This is Spoon. This is
Discord. Who said it?
The dwarf next door.
the door next door.
Alright,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I wasn't.
It's
paying
fine.
attention.
Sounds like a weird romance novel. I fell in love.
The
with
dwarf next
the
door.
dwarf next door.
Oh God.
Like a weird sorority situation we have going on here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, better than sleeping in the brothel
She
again, I
doesn't hear
suppose.
shit.
Yes, I would suggest you clean your bed too, though, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, that is the plan. And off we go to make sure this bed is clean and I don't get bed aids from it.
You're welcome to roll investigation.
All right, let's find out if I'm gonna get AIDS from sleeping in this bed if I don't clean it first.
All right, this is talk, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Clue.
It looks pretty clean.
Pristine
Notice the
looking.
crusty pillows.
Like, you could not have gotten a better bed, Max.
When I ran in, I just jumped on the bed. Head first.
Instant disease.
See, we're all
Charles?
oblivious.
Your bed looks brand fucking new.
You guys are great.
Oh, all right.
Dark Purse, your bed looks brand fucking new. Roach, and your bed is clean.
It would make sense that the single beds actually probably wouldn't have had any fun times in them because I don't know. Actually, I'm not
Be for
gonna
the
go
dwarves.
this. I'm not
It
gonna
could
go
be for
down
the
this-
dwarves.
Yeah, no.
So at this time, you guys hear like a little creepy, echoey laugh that's really, really quiet. And then all
Oh,
the candles blow
fuck
out.
off.
And that's where we'll end it.
Now shut the fuck up! I'm trying to fucking sleep.
We'll deal with you later.
Hey, where's that
Good job,
Ghostbusters
everybody.
music? Where's that Ghostbusters music?
I don't know. The Discord music bots.
He
just
broke
like,
his bot.
yeah.
You broke your butt? Bot?
Well, after that song played, none of the pause and skip and stops were working. So I'm like, okay, this is Ghostbusters. So I'll just hit remove.
Oh, you think we need that to do the fucking busting music? Hold on.
We don't. Spoon's got it covered.
Oh, is that why you had the Ghostbusters music? Was specifically because this was gonna happen?
No.
Do we hear this all night?
He put it.
Roll the funk.
Yeah, no, this is the curse. This is the curse, is when you
That
sleep.
would
you
be
hear
the best
Ghostbusters.
curse ever, is to hear Ghostbusters every night.
It's not even like loud too. It's like pleasantly soft.
Yeah.
It's just like you could easily fall asleep to that like white noise.
Ace, it ripples even mugs of water on the ground.
Y'all, can we like in reality never need to go into business together? we didn't do anything that would have made sense for proper business people
I think I did
at
decent.
all.
I tried.
I mean, Goldtile's like, I'm pretty sure these people don't know each other, and that's not good for business, but there's enough. Sure.
Or have any idea how basic supply and demand works, or what you need to purchase in order to get something up to snuff.
Well, you gotta remember, this is medieval and fantasy times too, so there's no IRS here.
Oh, well, there might be in
Fuck
this
you.
town.
Well,
There is in this town.
It's alcohol, so figured it'd be easy to get a job anywhere because.
Oh shit, you know what I just realized? If all the candles went out, that means if fucking Charles tried lighting a cigar, it probably went out too. Son of a bitch, that was expensive.
That would be the perfect scene that it cut to black on, is you go to light your cigar, everything laughs, and then your cigar goes out as well.
Yeah, and then
It's
all
like
you hear as the
playing.
screen goes black is,
Oh,
son of a
wait.
bitch.
I'm gonna see if I hear that.
Woman for you, spook!
I can hear the dwarf.
Yeah, that's probably what you'd hear. Fucking my character just yelling at the top. Just like, I'm coming for you, spook!
Yeah, like everyone else is like talking something about the ghost, and then all you hear from Charles is just, what the fuck?
Oh, please.
That was good fun though, I love
Oh my
that.
god, that's a nat 20.
If the ghost keeps laughing, I'm just
I
sleeping
fucking
through
hear this. I hear everything.
You hear everyone swearing at the ghost.
No,
that's
all
everyone's
she
natural
hears is the
reaction.
dwarf snoring next door. That drowns everything out.
Oh my gosh, Spoon, I love your character so much.
God, Spoon, you're so on par with the voices. You're on point with them.
You really,
I
really
just
are.
barely changed my cadence. That's all I do.
I loved it.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, man. You're a fucking wizard.
I looked at all the NPCs I was playing, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Like, my character is not supposed to like anyone, but I don't think that she could help but like you.
Yeah,
I
like,
want
straight
to
up.
thank everybody that did do a voice for my NPCs. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, hot
Yeah,
damn,
Zam.
Zam.
Yeah, is Zam still in here?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry if I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It didn't
No,
sound
I
like it.
love that.
Oh,
You did great.
good.
Yeah,
Best
it was
cameo
so
ever.
fantastic.
Best fucking cameo.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you guys what I gave her, just so you guys see how well she did, okay? She had her name, that she was a clerk at the bank, that she guides people who wish to see Goldchild in his office, that she's very old, very forgetful, and very mean.
Oh, so I managed to sway the tune a little bit with Charles. Okay.
Like charisma.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You do have very high charisma.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
everything
Like-
else is kind of meh.
I imagine letting you guys, like, take Mergrim back to the bank and then having Hoko sit there and scream about not only are you now getting water on the floor, but also blood.
Yeah.
That evaporates!
Blood
Hulk-
does not evaporate.
Hoko and the Collector.
Oh,
The
God.
Do
Collector
I
and
look
Hoko
like a
had a lot.
mortician?
Legitimately, I got really hooked on the idea of us, like, our big, like, moment of, hey, this business is finally kicking off. is us doing the retirement party, and I just watched that get smashed to pieces by a fucking 4-horse cart.
Oh
And I was just
man.
like, no!
As soon as
Fucking retirement party!
as soon as they started just like playing, I was like, yeah, he's going into the street, and anything you say can sway. I was like, he's so dead. He's so dead,
Yeah.
and I don't care. Let's go into the street.
When everyone followed me out there, I'm like, oh shit. I
I
told him
thought it
like,
was
hey,
like
make
a-
them roll.
I like, oh, he's like in the throes of grief because, like, if you've been in a place for 140 years and you got memories of it, yeah, you'd be really fucking emotional. I thought he was going outside to like take one last look at the building.
No, I mean, you guys didn't roll high on the insight checks on him.
I don't care. I get to hit
And
spook
the
now.
guy?
Yeah. It would've
Had you
been
guys
great.
rolled the high insight sight checks, maybe you guys would have investigated that contract like you did with Goldchild's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we investigated
well,
it after it was signed too.
Yep.
It
Yeah,
says cursed.
We made the same mistake twice in the series of 30 minutes.
Yeah.
After we literally pointed out, hey, that was a mistake to sign it before reading it. And
That's what I'm
this
saying.
time,
We never
we had
need
to read it
revisit.
twice.
I can't believe I didn't say anything before.
We never need to go into business together.
Speaking of never going into business, Co, I am so sorry, but your bank's name is now just the Jeweled Meat and 2 Veg. That is canon. My
The
character will never
jeweled
refer
meat and 2 veg.
the Jeweled Meat and 2 Veg.
Jeweled meat and 2 veg. Oh my god, yeah, earlier.
Let me just type it down.
That's that's
That
catchy.
was a joke. I don't know that that's its actual name. That's what my character will refuse to call it anything else by, though.
We rename the theater the Jewel Theater.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, no one decided on a name yet.
Oh, I've just been
The
calling it the bank.
No, I meant
Just
for the
like-
place you guys bought, the theater.
Oh yeah, nobody's decided the name yet. That'll be fun to do next time.
Just name it after the
Oh,
one.
boy.
We make it
I
mean.
mean, it is cursed.
Ted Dorf running.
You guys also have to figure out who's manning what.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I thought we could wait until later to do that when we're not worried about a curse or tired.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you know
wait,
what?
we go back
Actually,
to
what I'll
Goldchild,
do
like-
just to make it easier on me, let me go back to business management. I am gonna send you real quick a bunch of pictures in the business management session chat. While he hasn't shown up yet, you guys are going to be meeting somebody named the procurer who gathers anything that you might need, but for a price. And considering that you guys are going to be needing people who perform in the theater, as well as people to take care of the gentlemen's club side of things, as far as like waiters/waitresses go, you're only going to be able to choose 3, but I will give them to you for you to pick from so I can have their tokens made.
Oh, like a list of people.
Kind of.
Co,
Just
I'm going to warn
pictures.
you once. If the procurer is a tabaxi, I will never trust you again.
He's not, but that's
If the
great.
procurer is
Actually,
not
nobody
a
knows what he
tabaxi-
is.
Oh,
He's-
he better fucking be a
No,
tabaxi
man.
at this point.
He's a pickle.
I said the
It's Pickle
procurer.
Ricks.
I think you need to find something else for Zam to do, though.
What?
All right,
straight
that
up
is
got
all the
Fran.
pictures.
More
Are you
NPCs.
sure we're not making a brothel?
Wait,
It's a pretty
why
high-class
does it
brothel.
say- I don't. One of the
Ooh,
pictures
hello.
did not go through, and I don't know why.
It's fine.
It says
There's
that it's
plenty.
considered explicit.
Is that dude my brother?
Which one? There's a
The
few
one
dudes
with
in there.
golden eyes and dragon tattoos.
Golden eyes dragon.
Do you have any idea how little
Right
that
here.
narrows it down?
The one that's an elf?
Yeah.
I was kidding.
Are you an
He's
elf?
like no, human. But half brother.
Then,
Cousin
no, because
twice
he's not
removed.
half elf. Maybe
Cousin-
maybe a cousin.
Yeah.
Straight up got Fran from Final Fantasy 12 in there. I love it.
Who do we? Oh, hello. We got
We got
people.
Noctis in here.
Are there? I understand that by asking this question, this will be extra. I don't want to ask this question. Do you have individual characters written out for each of these photos?
Kind of. They're only meant for one thing. So they all share the same character sheet, but it would be 3 different people.
Okay, I was about to say, like, I just imagined you writing out all these separate character sheets only for us to choose 3 of them. Like, how much fucking work did you do? This is
I mean, that's what
insane
a
for
DM
just
does.
session 1. Yeah, but
Well,
I've
so
DM'd
here's
before.
the
I've
thing.
never
I got
done-
really nervous during creating all this. So like I know it says that I was in the like Roll20 page a lot. When I wasn't in there, I wasn't working on it. If my icon was in there, I was doing something in relation to it the whole time. Like I did do a lot of it, and I still think I miffed a little bit of it up, especially stumbling over the intro and whatnot. But
Yeah, you did fine.
It was fine.
You did
You
fine.
don't have anything to worry about.
Holy
Really good.
shit! That
So what
outfit,
are-
the red stockings?
So we need to pick which one of these guys that we want for the club side, for the
Right.
social club side.
3 people.
Okay,
That's a hard choice.
it's a lot of people.
I wanted to give you a
Well,
selection.
one way we could do it. One way I was gonna say we could do it.
Make them
is
fight.
because there's no. They all have the same
Oh, the
character
fucking
sheet,
dragon.
so it'd be an equal tie.
No, the dice decides at that point.
Oh yeah,
The
good point.
one that who just tagged that? The one that you just tagged Ari on, that is a half tabaxi, half tiefling. That's why she's got
Exactly,
the
they could
cat
be
ears
related.
and the horns.
It's his daughter. You never know. Cats have 9 lives.
Meh. Litter 1, litter 10. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. But one way I was thinking of way of deciding for ease of simplicity is because there's 7 of us, we basically form 2 groups of 2 and 1 group of 3. And each one of those groups picks one. So then instead of deciding between all 7 of us which 3, which I guarantee is going to be complicated as shit, and I'm feeling like that might be troublesome. Instead, everybody gets 1, I guess, that they're at least semi-confident or happy with.
If we all just put like an icon on one of the photos or 3 of the photos, we can take the top 3 that have votes.
An excellent point has been raised.
Fair.